Welcome to the F&S Podcast. It's episode number 3. This one half for the F&S Podcast. Matt, a.k.a. Free. Right here next to me is...
What up? It's Josh. And we got the Queens with us.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Luisha, wife number 1. I'm Andrea. I guess I'm wife number 2.
Yeah, it's not like that for real, y'all.
It's not like that for real.
So we have a few topics we're gonna tackle today. We're gonna touch into the NBA Finals predictions. Then we're gonna talk about the Hall of Fame and the questions of Vince Carter being in the Hall of Fame specifically. Women's basketball versus men's college basketball, and then the life of a professional athlete, and then marriage talk as far as roles nowadays.
Well, we got to keep it fair.
Uh-huh.
Because people question Chauncey.
Oh, we're going to get to that.
But you just said Vince Carter, so I'm just saying
Chauncey is a lot.
We just have to be fair.
Chauncey is a lot.
We got to take the Detroit bias out of it.
No, it's the stats.
I understand what you're saying.
It's the running.
I'm just saying that since other people question it, we got to address it.
We're going to get to that. Let's talk about these finals appearances, or the finals predictions this year.
Got you.
So, do you want the ladies to start this off?
If they ready.
What's your finals predictions?
Ladies first. Ladies first. Y'all
Let me
have
say?
one? I'll start it off.
I'm going to go with Boston.
Boston? Put the mic up. Hold on, grab that mic.
I'm going to go with Boston.
Why?
Out the East.
Yes.
Why? You think they got enough in their chest?
I mean, not really, but we'll see. I think it will be Boston. They should at least make it to the finals. I don't know if they'll win, but they'll make it to the finals.
That's your
They
East
should.
pick.
Yeah.
What about your West?
These is concrete picks. No changing your mind.
I'm not changing my mind. The West? I don't know. I don't have a West prediction.
You got to pick one.
Give me some teams because I don't want Denver to win again.
So now, currently Minnesota is sitting in the 1 spot, but they got the same exact record as Denver is sitting in the 2 spot.
Right.
Oklahoma City is in the 3 spot. You got the Clippers. You got the Mavs. You got
Celtics is number 1 right now. Boston.
That's in the East.
Mm-hmm.
But then we got Phoenix at number 6, the Pelicans at number 7, the Lakers at number 8, the Kings at number 9, which is they had 2 significant injuries that changes the way I view them.
Now,
so
who was the injuries, though? I forgot.
Red Velvet and Malik Monk.
Yeah, that's not good.
And then Golden State at number 10, which is I think Golden State holds on to that spot. I mean, Houston don't threaten them. You had my mans over here playing the Warriors come out to play stuff. He even wore the shirt. Ooh. Some dude that don't get no playing time with Houston. I think his name is some Easton guy, whatever his name is. Okay. Whatever his name is, the last game that they played against the Warriors, he wore the shirt dedicated to the movie, which is a dope movie, by the way.
About the Warriors?
Yes.
Okay.
And he wore the shirt that said, Warriors come out to play. And the Warriors ended up beating them, I think it was by like 20 or something like that.
Is it even is this even news because you sitting there competing for the 10th spot of an opportunity to even be in the playoffs?
Because it's the current state of the NBA, it kind of has to be.
You know what I mean? Like,
because it's the current state. I mean, I don't know. When has 82 games not been enough?
Look, man.
I mean, the Lakers is at number 8 right now.
Yeah, but they want them in the finals, which to me, I don't think it's fair. Look.
Well, look.
Who is your Western pick?
Western pick.
Don't be shouting the mic now.
I don't really believe in any of those teams.
You got to pick one.
But I like Minnesota, so I'm gonna pick Minnesota.
So Minnesota and Boston is your picks. Mm-hmm. Okay. And you don't want to say nothing.
Oh, no, I mean, Celtics definitely.
Why?
I mean, they have a really good lead. I think they've won 61 games. 16 losses.
But you got to understand, the regular season is different.
Yeah, that's
than the playoffs.
I mean, I know that, but I mean, right now they're looking really good. Right now they're looking really good, and in the West, I mean, the Timberwolves and the Nuggets are both pretty much tied. So either one, right now. But
Pick one though.
I mean, I guess I'll go with the Nuggets, but I'm just hoping they stop talking about the Lakers. That's just my thing.
That's not gonna happen.
They'll never stop talking about.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, the Lakers is one of the big money cash cows for the league. They ain't gonna
at this point
stop.
they're 8th seed, so I just hope they stop even talking about them even being in the finals or even being contenders at all for any type of championship this year. So
I hear what you're saying, and I understand the frustration behind the Lakers. But here's the thing. Okay, so Boston, I'm with you guys on Boston just because of how bad the rest of the East is. I honestly think the only team that stands a chance to beat Boston is the Pacers, just because they play the best brand of team ball, but they don't got the talent. They don't got the talent to beat them. Miami plays really tough, but they lost some of their key role players from a couple years ago, when you got to ask yourself, can the likes of Jamie Jaquez, can he fill the void that Vincent and Max Strus left? Can he do that and be able to beat a team like Boston? Because I don't doubt that Miami plays consistently harder than Boston. Boston, it's like they like to play with their food, but just because of the fact that they got such a talented roster, that's the only reason why I'm picking them to come out the East. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, when I go to the West, when I go to the West, I look at a team like Minnesota. Mm-hmm. They don't have winning experience in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Oklahoma City doesn't have winning experience in the playoffs. Right. The Clippers have been one of the biggest letdowns of the last 5 years.
They are fourth.
They are fourth, but that don't mean nothing, because they playing against the team that put them out for the past couple of years before they had Kyrie. When it was Luka by himself, he put out Kyrie. He put out Kawhi and Paul George by himself. Now he has Kyrie. He has a couple other good role players over there. I have no faith in the Clippers until they show me.
What about the Thunder?
The Thunder, they're a young, inexperienced team. They don't know what it's like to have playoff success right now. So I'm not saying that they can't do it, but they're one of those teams that they have to show me that they can do it for me to believe it. Phoenix, this is another team that offensively, they got the talent to compete with anybody. But because of the fact that they got all that talent, or I should just say they got all that scoring capability, and they're sitting at number 6 in the West, you should ask yourself some major questions about should you believe in Phoenix or not. I understand they got KD. I understand they got Booker. I understand they got Bill. If they all drop 30, that's 90 points on the scoreboard. Mm-hmm. This is the era of no defense, and you got to win shootouts. And every team is putting up 110, 120. So where's the other 20, 30, maybe 40 points that you're going to need? Where's that going to come from? That's the question you got to ask yourself with Phoenix. And in the series, when you got coaching strategy coming more into the play, where they going to take away a certain thing and just be all right with a certain thing existing, you got to ask yourself, who can they comfortably beat in a series of 7 games? We don't know. New Orleans, they got the talent to compete with all of these teams, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. They got the talent to compete with all of these teams, but they still one of them teams that's missing that one piece.
You already know what I told you about New Orleans in the first place. Like, I thought they could have did something last year, but
well, the one thing that New Orleans is doing that I personally don't agree with is having C.J. McCollum run the ones.
Who's a point guard though?
They don't have one.
Exactly.
So they're forced to put C.J. McCollum there.
We talked about this the other day. There's no point guard.
Right. And so you forcing the guy that's normally used to scoring to have to pass the ball around to other guys, which is, I get that he has Brandon Ingram. I get that he got Zion. Mm-hmm. Zion really don't got no skills. He's just stronger than everybody.
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram got the skills. He got the size.
But he don't got it in his chest either.
Well, does he have more in his chest than Jason Tatum?
What's that saying?
I know that's not saying a lot, but what I'm saying is, like, he got some kind of dog in him.
For you to be called baby Kevin Durant, I like Brandon Ingram. I told you I like Brandon Ingram, but there's some things he just, for you to be called, you know, a baby Kevin Durant, kind of like how they call Ben Simmons supposed to be like, you know, the successor of LeBron.
Let's stop that.
Can
we stop that?
They have a similar play style. I'm not saying that's facts. They have a similar play style. They play the same. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, Ingram, I like Ingram. He don't have it in his chest like that. You know what I mean? Because if he had it in his chest like that,
I think he got more in his chest than what people gonna give him credit for. It's just that he don't got that number one scoring option. Give me the team, and I'm carrying them on my back kind of stuff.
The Pelicans don't have the right pieces in place here.
The Pelicans got every piece in place but the point guard.
Yeah, but even like say, okay, I like McCollum too, but what is McCollum? Is he a number 2 option or a 3 option? I think at this point he's a 3 option.
At this point in his career, he's a 3 option. But looking at that squad, he should be. Brandon Ingram should be the number 1. Zion should be the number 2.
And that's my problem.
And so then they
do it to where Zion's number 1.
But you should have a distributing 1, which is.
And where those guys at?
They're a dinosaur.
There is no
We brushing off their fossils right now
ones.
When we look at guys like Rajon Rondo and the guys that retired. So, I don't know. That's them. Then you got teams like the Lakers, who I get that they number 8, but they should not be slept on.
All right.
Listen, look.
All right.
Bron in the 7-game series, I trust more than Anthony Edwards right now.
Okay, man.
I trust Bron in the 7-game series more. Not that he's better than Anthony Edwards. It's just that
his IQ is higher than Anthony Edwards. I don't think at this point.
Well, because here's the thing. Bron is going to know your coach better than you know your own coach. He's going to know his tendencies. He's going to know his substitution patterns. He's going to know your strengths, and he's going to know your weaknesses.
That all sound good. When was the last time they won a title? The Lakers.
Listen, look, I hear what you're saying.
I'm just saying,
it was the bubble. It wasn't that far away.
Right. And who they beat?
They
beat
the
Bulls.
No, they beat the Heat.
Or I don't know why I'm thinking of the Bulls, but anyway,
they beat the Heat. They beat the Heat. Remember that was when Jimmy Butler had the whole meme where he was bent over, like exhausted and stuff like that.
Yeah, but look, man.
Listen,
they are the play-in champs.
Listen,
I
hear what you're saying.
Man,
look.
Some people say that doesn't even count.
But my thing is this with the Lakers. This whole Laker talk. The Laker talk, it does ratings, and it's good for, but at the end of the day, these cats, as good as LeBron and Anthony Davis is playing, they still number 8. They still number 8.
I hear what
Does
you're
that
saying.
not count for anything? They all the way down there, like, dog, they have to fight for their life each game.
And then also, who knows how healthy Anthony Davis is going to be?
Anthony Davis has been solid all year. I'm not even going to do that. He been fine all year. You getting top Anthony Davis, and they still number 8.
No. You
getting this.
Don't say top Anthony Davis.
Still got
you just getting healthy Anthony
but
Davis.
But he still put
that don't mean that he's top.
Listen.
Look. Anthony Davis, without the injuries, he's still. I'm here one game, and then I'm not here the next game.
But they still down here though. Regardless of the argument.
A lot of that has to do with Anthony Davis.
They still down here. I don't care what nobody say. They still in the play-in part. You know what I'm saying? They're not even in the top 6. Phoenix is above them. They number 6.
We still got some
Phoenix
time.
Is all out of whack.
We still got some time to figure this out because at the end of the day,
they say that every year with LA. We got to figure this out.
Do the Warriors have a chance?
No. No, neither do LA either. They don't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
listen,
I'm saying.
Who is your Western Conference?
I'm saying, does the Warriors have a chance of making the playoffs?
I'm gonna just go with the Denver Nuggets to come back out the West again.
Do they have a chance of making the playoffs this year?
Who, the Warriors?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean they got a 4-game lead over the Rockets.
I don't think Houston. They not ready yet. Houston.
And
I like what Houston got. They play good. They play hard and everything. They just got to kind of make that thing gel together. I would keep their core. I wouldn't get rid of that.
They need another player.
They need to add some stuff though. My man's doing a good job coaching.
But but this is just prime example of the NBA starving for high IQ distributors.
Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike the Rockets. They just all young. So, I mean, you got Van Vliet? Is he hurt or is he playing? I haven't heard much about Van Vliet.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to the Rockets. Honestly, this has been one of my weakest years watching the NBA.
Yeah, I mean,
just because of the brand of the game. Like, if you watch the Era Talk episode, if you listen to that, that'll give you an answer of how much I've been paying attention to this league.
I'm gonna go left field with my predictions. Probably, folks may not agree with this, and that's fine. But in the East, I don't care about this 61-16 with Boston. The guy who needs to have it in his chest don't got it.
We agreed on that.
Like, so
he didn't even make our top 10.
I don't think that due to the fact that, I mean, these are hollow numbers to me. You know what I'm saying? It's hollow. I don't care about all that.
But, like, are you going to say Milwaukee can beat them? Are you going to say Cleveland can beat them?
Let me tell you something. I don't like Milwaukee. I'm telling you, I don't.
Can they beat Boston in the 7-game series? That's the question.
As hollow as Tatum's chest is, as hollow as it is, and they have the length to match that. The thing is,
Boston can beat them by accident.
Listen, we've seen bad things happen here. I'm not about to sit here.
Not with them.
Listen, I'm not about.
Look, Dame don't play defense.
Milwaukee is playing a bad brand of basketball right now. They are.
Dame don't play
Boston,
defense.
I don't believe. There is nothing Boston shown me to make me believe they're going to win a title.
I'm not saying they win a title. I'm just saying they come out the East. Series. Look, I'm going to tell you right now. Milwaukee don't play defense. They was one of the worst teams in the league defensively before they made the trade for Dame.
That's fine, but
now they made the trade for somebody who don't play defense.
I'm not saying Milwaukee going to the finals. So you acting like I said Milwaukee about to go to the championship. So I didn't even say that.
What are your picks?
All I'm saying is.
Okay, so who you got coming out the East?
I'm saying this.
Look at that.
Listen.
Look at that real good, and tell me who you think can beat Boston in a 7-game series by accident or even on purpose.
Listen, hold on. Listen. Nah, I need to know something real quick. Is anybody on Cleveland hurt? You said Max Strus hurt?
No, they got their whole squad, but what does that mean? They two guards is like 6'1".
That's fine. That's fine. I get all that. But what I'm saying is Cleveland have the talent to beat Boston if played right. Because we've seen Boston with mismatches and still lose.
What does Cleveland got in their chest?
What
does Cleveland got in their chest? Because the same gripe that you got against Jason Tatum not having it in his chest, I can say the same thing about everybody on Cleveland.
At that point, you're in an equal playing field then. So what does that mean?
No, but Boston at least got Jaylen Brown. At least Jaylen Brown got more in his chest than anybody on Cleveland.
Listen to me.
Without going left.
Cleveland have the talent and the depth to compete with Boston if played right.
Let me ask you this question. Okay, so
Milwaukee don't. Cleveland do.
Well, let me ask you this.
They got the most depth out of anybody in these standings besides what?
Let me ask you this.
Orlando, they up number 4?
Yeah, we ain't doing nothing.
And then New York, they done because Julius Randle.
Even if he was there, what difference would that have?
He's still a piece, man.
But he wouldn't do nothing.
Still a piece.
He wouldn't make that big of a difference.
No. Miami, no. Philly.
Miami is the only team Miami
Embiid,
and Indiana to me is the only teams that stand a chance to upset that.
Embiid came back, so if played right, there could be some upsets here.
But you already know he don't play right.
I'm just saying, if played right, there could be some upsets. So let's say, for example, because how does playing thing work? So from the
7 plays 10, and 8 plays 9.
I
think that's what it is.
They play. So let's say if Philly got the 8th spot versus Boston, right?
No.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna just cut it short. No.
Man, listen.
No. Because even if Tatum don't show up, Boston is that deep.
You got a lot of faith in Boston.
Against them,
you got a lot of faith in Boston. How do you got all this faith in cats that choke away? Dude, these dudes is choke artists.
And Joel Embiid ain't.
We talking about all choke artists here, but the thing is, Boston can't win. Like these dudes don't win. Jason Tatum don't win. Jaylen Brown.
We not talking about them winning the championship. We talking about them coming out the East. We talking about them coming out the East. Boston has came out the East.
The team that can compete with Boston, the best out of all these head up, is Cleveland. As far as depth and everything.
No.
They can.
I don't think so. Because Cleveland would be playing against Indiana the first round right now. Based on the way it is. Cleveland don't make it past Indiana, if you ask me.
Why?
If you ask me.
Why?
Because Indiana plays harder. They play a better brand of basketball. Halliburton is bigger than both.
You just made this argument about folks not being playoff tested.
Yes.
So what makes you think Indiana going to be like that in the playoffs?
Because Cleveland doesn't have no success in the playoffs.
You know I'm saying? So they both on even playing fields here. So this is the thing
here.
But let me look at this roster.
We talking about
we just talked about that Indiana roster.
We
how
definitely did. We did.
You mean to tell me they about to just roll through Cleveland in the playoffs?
I'm not saying that they just going to roll through. I'm saying that, look, it might go 7 games, but I'm telling you right now, based on the brand of basketball that I've seen.
There ain't no way, man. Nah, man.
And you got Rick Carlisle as the head coach versus JB Bickerstaff as the head coach. You
don't like JB Bickerstaff?
I'm not hating on JB, but Rick Carlisle is more experienced in these moments than JB is.
Yeah, but JB got more talent.
What does that mean?
You know what I'm saying?
They had more talent last year against the Knicks.
This depth.
They had more talent.
This depth is not even close. Like you said, somebody winning by accident. This applies to Cleveland and Indiana. The only person that's...
If that's the case, then why did they lose to the Knicks last year?
Who?
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
You just said the Knicks was cold.
No, the Knicks played harder. Cold. The Knicks got Jalen Brunson. Okay.
You was just saying he's better than Steph Curry. You
this
said
year,
that out your mouth.
This year.
You said Jalen Brunson is better than Steph Curry.
This year. That's crazy. This year.
You said he was better than Steph
this
Curry.
This year.
Jalen Brunson is better than Steph Curry?
Yes, this year. I'm not talking about overall careers.
So your pick.
Oh, yeah. So, look here, man.
Thank you.
Nah, man, hold on. You slid me off. What are you talking about? Pause. But
Thank you.
Because we've all chosen. So what is your pick for Eastern Conference? What's your pick?
He can't make a pick.
I don't want to. Personally,
nothing makes sense here.
Personally, I don't want to pick Boston because I just don't.
But you know it's Boston.
Listen, I'm saying this because I'm going to have the whatever to make this pick, and I'm going to stand by it whether I want to lose.
Same thing with me.
I'm going to go with Cleveland. Because they have talent. You make a face all you want to. This depth is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? JB Bickerstaff is nice. He's a good coach. They can listen. We keep talking about how different the playoffs is versus the regular season. So if they let me down in the playoffs, they let me down in the playoffs. But I'm going with Cleveland in the East. You know what I'm saying? And in the West, who did I was going with Dallas.
I don't think that.
Dallas.
I mean.
You got two unstoppable dudes that you can't stop. First of all, Dallas can beat anybody in the West.
But
they got good. And in that trade, you even said yourself that trade made them a different team.
It
made them a different team.
You right about that.
They did not start the season with this roster. So Dallas is a problem.
Yes, they are a big problem. They are a big problem.
You know what I'm saying? So that's not somebody you want to deal with.
I think
you know what I'm saying? So
whoever plays Dallas, it's going to come down to can they get Luka or Kyrie in foul trouble.
Good luck. Well, I mean, due to the fact that I don't know how easy that is. I've never heard of people getting them two guys in foul trouble. Do they like the defense in the first place?
Because right now they slotted to play against the Clippers. And that's not nothing new for Luka Doncic. That's not nothing new for Luka.
First of all,
I think they win that series.
The Clippers, they I think people look at the names and be like, "Oh, the Clippers." First of all,
the Clippers is a
they cool. I mean, they just a bunch. It's a video game team.
Can we just call it like it is?
It's a video game team. It's a video game team.
They a failure.
It's a video game team.
With all of those dudes on that roster, they should be the number 1 seed.
They should be, but
they a failure.
James Harden is not what people like. Well, his hype went down.
Okay? James,
but he's.
It's not just James Harden.
Russell Westbrook, he's a role player now. Paul George, he hasn't been the same since. Paul George has actually. His best years is in Indiana, whether people want to believe that or not. His best years was as a Pacer, and even then, they didn't get it done. And he had the tools to get it done. They had the pieces to get it done. They just didn't. Those are his best years. Paul George is good, but he's not great, in my opinion. I know the kids love Paul George now. They say he's the best. No, I'm serious. They say he's like the best player ever. No, am I lying?
No. I'm just laughing at the thought of somebody saying that.
Like Paul George is dope.
Like you have so many better options to choose from, and yet you choose that.
Like Paul George.
Look, and I'm not hating on Paul, but like he gave himself the name Playoff Pete. Like the people Paul didn't give him that name.
But that was due to Indiana. He was getting, but they didn't. His best years in Indiana, they didn't get it done. Okay, he was in OKC. They didn't get it done. Where else he go from OKC? He go from OKC to the Clippers.
Yeah, he went from
okay, they didn't get it done. Now they talking about he's possibly going to Philly. Because
Paul George a leader? Should he be a leader?
No, he's absolutely not.
No.
I think Granger was the leader on that team when they was popping.
He was never a leader.
Yeah, right. So should he be the one to blame because they didn't?
But Paul George, just because he's not the leader, that don't mean. See, okay, Draymond's the leader. Draymond's the leader. But do you look at him to do the work Steph Curry and Klay Thompson do?
No, but Paul George plays a bigger role than Draymond Green does.
That's debatable. That's debatable. Because when you look at Draymond Green, besides his antics, Draymond be in all his teammates' ears. Like you be looking at Draymond Green when we talk about having the player that's an extension of the coach. Pretty much what that means is the player steps in to where the coach doesn't have to say nothing because the player does it while he's on the floor with him.
Right, but like, wouldn't you say Paul George is like the second best player on his team?
That's debatable.
So who's the best player on the Clippers?
The best player on the Clippers when he's healthy is Kawhi.
That's bar none.
So the second best wouldn't be Paul George?
That's debatable.
I don't know.
That's debatable.
You would say he's better than you would say he's
skill wise, James Harden debates that. Heart wise, Russell Westbrook debates that.
Oh yeah.
So
so you know,
I mean, Hart doesn't always win games.
No, but Hart.
Hold on.
Hart wins you a lot of games.
You need the combo of that because I haven't seen anybody win the finals just off pure skill. You gotta have some heart and grittiness with that. Yeah. You don't win the championship just off pure skill.
What about Kawhi?
Kawhi Leonard shows
it's just
that
all
he's
about.
Dope. It's all about health. You don't
if he's healthy.
He was successful whether you like Kawhi Leonard or not. You don't have to like Kawhi Leonard, but he was successful in San Antonio under that tutelage. He went to the Raptors and won a championship.
Yeah,
that's
he's already
big.
shown he can be the number
the
one
Raptors,
guy and
okay,
take
of all
the
teams, the Raptors.
Yeah.
They won a championship.
Paul George hasn't shown that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Paul George hasn't shown that he can be a successful number 2 option.
Exactly.
Well, I'm saying when Kawhi won, was it heart involved or was it skill?
Yes, you see what they was dealing with
or was it skill?
That was heart and skill, man. Like
it was kind of the perfect storm.
Yeah,
it was kind of the perfect storm because he went to a team that kind of was already put together very well by Dwayne Casey. Because he had Fred VanVleet over there. He had Pascal Siakam. Serge Ibaka was over there. Paul Gasol was over there. So we had... Yeah. Mark Gasol was over there.
Underrated too, by the way.
Well, we'll talk about that another day. But yeah, Mark Gasol was over there. Then for the people that like Kyle Lowry, he was over there.
Underrated too. But
You can say the same thing about Kevin Durant then.
What?
Well,
He won that championship with the Warriors.
Listen.
Was it heart and skill, or was it just skill because that team was already built?
Well,
Yeah, they didn't need him.
Are we gonna act like Kevin Durant wasn't like he was handling business?
He was out there getting busy.
He wasn't just riding. He was handling.
He was
his
the
business.
best player on the
he
Warriors
wasn't just
for
riding
those
to
two
the
championships.
championship.
Okay,
He still look, man. Like
the offense was still centered around Steph Curry, but like Kevin Durant did most of the heavy lifting.
yeah. So I mean, they leaned on him just as much as he. Look,
See, but the difference is Kawhi was working with players that wasn't proven
with the Raptors.
with the Raptors.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant was working with players that already was proven. Like they already had playoff success. They went through their bumps and bruises and they lumps, and they came off a championship. Being that it came with the other team having significant injuries, they had a championship before he got there. And they was just in the finals the year before. The Raptors, on the other hand, this was a squad that, for the longest, under Dwayne Casey, they consistently got better and better and better and better and better. They was the number one seed, but nobody cared about them being the number one seed because at that point in time, LeBron was in the East and he was on the Cavs. And so it was like, okay, well, you're going to eventually have to bump into LeBron. And before they had that team, that was when LeBron made that game-winning running jump shot. That was one-handed with the right off the bank, running on transition.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, well, then at that point, if we're going to put, heart and skill, then like you said, it doesn't matter what the stats is when it comes to the playoffs.
Right.
Because heart, your heart can change once the playoffs hit. It could be a whole different game.
Yes, because the playoffs is going to be playoffs is where coaching is the most going to get involved.
Look, my picks.
You got Dallas and you
Cleveland.
got Cleveland.
That's why I'm rolling with. Shoot me.
All right.
All right, so we got our predictions. All right,
that's
let's
what I'm rolling
go.
with.
Tell me.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell me.
What's the next topic?
Tell me what limb you want me to aim for when I shoot you, because you getting shot.
All right, we got our predictions.
Tell me what limb you want me to aim for.
So we'll see who's right.
We don't look. I'm not. Look, am I confident in that? I'm confident in
I
Dallas.
got Boston and Denver.
I'm confident in Dallas winning,
Okay.
but I'm not. My East pick is just a coin flip. So, second topic, Hall of Fame. So,
Chauncey and Vince Carter.
Yeah. So, I'll say this. You know what I'm saying? Chauncey should be a lock in the Hall of Fame. Why not? You know what I mean? Now, I have an issue with Vince because we've had this discussion about Vince Carter. And like I said, does his career and his accolades or whatever the case, because I have a very strenuous, from my thoughts of Hall of Fame, all-time great, there's people that will be off the list that are people that folks will be upset at me about. And that's fine. You know what I mean? But I feel like, Chauncey, Detroit, they was, 7 years in the East, running the East? Then he went to the West and went to the Western Conference Finals as a leader. Finals MVP. A back-to-back finals appearance. All he had to do was get a shot. People like to talk about his early years, but he didn't get a shot.
Yeah, because
Once he got his shot to show and prove, he proved.
If you look at Chauncey's career, and you've seen how many teams he literally played for, not that he had a whole lot of game time with, but like he was considered part of that organization. Chauncey was kind of a journeyman before he got to the Pistons. And like I told you before, for anybody that doesn't feel that Chauncey Billups is a Hall of Famer, I feel like you're not valuing the right stuff. Because when you look at Chauncey Billups' career, when he got his opportunities to actually play, it's more than just his individual skill. There is something that should be said about somebody that can lead men. Mm-hmm. And when you can lead men and you can get the best out of guys that may be more talented than you, but you got the IQ. You got the brains to tell them, in this moment, I need you to do this. In this moment, I need you to do that. Why are you doing this? That's not benefiting us because X, Y, Z. Those are the kind of things that you get from Chauncey.
On both ends. For Denver and the Pistons. And people also got to realize how hard it was to win in the West at that time.
And after Denver, what slowed Chauncey down was a torn Achilles.
Well, how old was he at that time?
But he still tore his Achilles.
I hear what you're saying, but like when you get to a certain age,
because
people stop expecting certain things from you. Unless you LeBron.
Think about his play style. His play style wasn't built off athleticism, so if he didn't tear his Achilles, he probably would have been able to play longer.
Well, let's look at this. Draymond. We think
Draymond's
a great.
Draymond is a Hall of Famer.
He's a great leader, right?
Yes.
Could Draymond do what Chauncey did and lead two different teams?
Not in that era, because in that era, no power forward was facilitating.
Well, Draymond, I think that depending on the right situation, because
that's the other thing.
There were certain situations where Tayshaun could. I mean, Draymond would fit with the Pistons. He would fit right in, right? And he could play the role of a Chauncey in a sense with Detroit.
I'm not sure if he would.
Possibly.
I'm not sure if you get the same impact, though. Because Chauncey still made big shots.
Chauncey is underrated. And that's the point.
That's why he was called Big Shot Billups.
Chauncey Billups was a better shooter than given credit for. He didn't make dumb mistakes with the ball. See, they look at a lot of fancy dribbling like handle, but he protected the ball well. You know what I'm saying? He'll post you up from the three-point line and protect that ball. You know what I'm saying? He was cold in the mid-range. He could create his own shot, too. It just wasn't as flashy. And he didn't shoot the three at a high clip, but he made it when it matters. You know what I'm saying?
But he didn't shoot it at a low clip to where you can just be like,
no, when I say a high clip, a bunch of shots.
Him out there.
When I say a high clip, a bunch of just shooting it, like, for no reason. Like, you know what I mean? He shot it when necessary. You know what I mean? At a good percentage.
Listen, Chauncey led a team where everybody on the team you could look at and be like, they're not competing for the number one player at their position in the league. Chauncey wasn't the number one point guard in the league. Rip wasn't the number 1-2 guard he wasn't even in the conversation for the number 1-2 guard in the league. Neither was Tayshaun Prince for the number 1-3. Rasheed was past his best years, and he was not in the conversation for the number 1 power forward in the league. Ben Wallace, my favorite center of all time, but he was not in the conversation for the best center in the league. So you get this hand pretty much dealt full of low spades.
Hold on, player. Chill, relax. Relax with the low spade talk, man.
Listen.
Relax. Hold on, wait a minute.
It is what it is.
No, that's not, because Detroit.
Who was the best point guard? Look.
We're not going to do that.
Who was the best point guard in the league at that time?
That's a tough question. I mean, I got to look, because I was with 04. So would that be Tony Parker?
Tony Parker, you got young. Chris Paul was in the league at that time. You got Steve
Was Tony
Nash.
Parker definitely better than Chauncey Billups? Definitely? Was Steve Nash definitely better than Chauncey Billups?
All of these things are up for debate.
Are you
They
kidding
were
me?
like the
the
west of the Pistons. I mean, they were just like the Pistons.
Wasn't. I think
the Spurs were our kryptonite.
the Pistons.
Jason Kidd was in the league. He wasn't better than Jason Kidd.
No, but
you said that he wasn't better than
Jason Kidd. My favorite
Yeah,
point guard,
you
period.
said that Jason
I'm not
Kidd.
arguing that. Chauncey's my guy, but Jason Kidd.
So what did I say that was wrong?
But you mentioned some cats that Tony Parker. Is he definitely better than Chauncey Billups? No.
I'm not going to say definitely.
Is he definitely better than Chauncey Billups?
No.
Jason
I
Kidd,
actually think that Chauncey Billups is better than Steve Nash, but that's
of
my
course,
personal
but
opinion.
the thing is, the Pistons wasn't as low spade as people like to think.
No.
Like,
when I say
dude, like, hold on, man.
when
like,
I say low spade, I mean that this is like you can think of a couple of players.
Dude, Richard
You
Hamilton.
can think of a couple of players in the league that are better than them at their position.
That's fine. You can do that with everybody. What I'm saying is that.
But
team,
that's what I'm saying. He led a team that was full
You don't
of
hold
that.
a team under 70 points almost the whole year being low spades.
Because
that's not low spade.
No. You can have a hand full of low spades and limit what another team can do when you play cards.
You know what I'm saying? Like
You can have a handful of low because you can force them to play their strengths before they're ready to do it.
So, but what I'm saying, that's the Pistons. You
That's
can place
the
them on the floor with anybody and they beat them. It's just what it is.
Because
you
they
have a rough
play the
night going
defensive
against them
style
every
of
night.
game.
You
You look at them scores.
You don't circle the Pistons on the calendar and be like, oh yeah, this is gonna be an easy night for a low spade.
Kobe, you
That's a
ain't
headache.
getting
You know what I'm saying?
Kobe's not getting 81 points on the Pistons like he did against Toronto versus their.
No, that's not gonna happen. He's gonna have a rough night the whole night.
Exactly.
All them having rough nights.
I remember that interview vividly, and I will bring it out because Chauncey Billups said, without a doubt, I don't doubt that you can score 81 points against Toronto with them, but you're going to have to work a whole lot harder than that playing against
He wouldn't
us.
get that. I mean, it's what it is.
He wouldn't. I don't know. Would he even get 40?
I mean, it's a possibility, but he's gonna be sore. The thing is, Detroit. First of all, Richard Hamilton, Reggie Miller gave Rip his credit.
Yes, because he's a mid-range version of him.
Yeah, so that's high praise from
Yeah, but-
all-time great.
Yeah, but
is
when
Reggie
you-
an all-time great?
He's an all-time great, yes, but you can think of other threes that are better than
Is
him.
Tayshaun Prince severely underrated as a two-way player?
I mean,
Tayshaun does a lot.
he does a lot in his role. He does a lot in his role. Going back to what you said about some of the other players that we talked about in the past. If Tayshaun was to be the number one guy on the team and teams was just supposed to just focus and lock up on him, how good will he be?
Better than you expected. Tayshaun Prince wasn't weak on offense.
I'm not
just
saying
wasn't
that
a
he was
focal
weak.
point.
I'm not saying that he was weak. What I'm saying is when you look at the league that they won in, who's the threes in that league that you can be like, okay, yeah, well, Tayshaun Prince is down the line.
I gotta look and see because threes and that.
So you had Sean Marion in that league.
You can that wasn't debate to you.
I
You mean to
rather
tell
have-
me the
I
Matrix
rather-
is?
I mean-
so Sean Marion's is head and shoulders above Tayshaun Prince.
I'm not saying that he's head and shoulders. I'm just saying he's better.
In what aspect? Athleticism? You trying to say he played defense better than Tayshaun Prince?
No.
You saying his offensive ability
But
better
he's
than
not no
Tayshaun
slack.
Prince?
What I'm
Besides
saying,
shooting,
listen.
the only thing Sean Marion does better than him is shoot the three. Does he post better than him? Tayshaun has a post game.
Listen.
Does he?
Listen. Look, we can.
He don't. And you know that.
We can go down the list here. We can. I just said one name.
But you said the Matrix is better than him. You said that.
I personally, a prime Sean Marion, I'll take over Tayshaun Prince.
So so you guys both agree that Chauncey should be in the Hall of Fame.
He's a lot.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Vince Carter.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. For me, I'll put him in there. Because look, listen. I said this to you the other day. A whole lot of these guys that are in the Hall of Fame, they are in the Hall of Fame because they were paired with other Hall of Famers in their prime.
Okay.
When you look at Vince Carter, when he was leading the Toronto Raptors, given they was making it to the playoffs and they didn't win, who was the Hall of Famer that was on his team?
How many times did they make it to the finals?
They didn't make it to the finals with him as the Toronto Raptors.
No. He didn't.
How many times do they?
So let's play this game. All right. Let's
So
take
you're
out.
saying that a player who didn't make it to the finals should still be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes, because of his overall impact on the game. But then again, when we just talk about basketball, because we talked about this the other day. Let's say you take Vince Carter out and you sub him with Kobe Bryant. You put Kobe Bryant on that Toronto Raptors team. What does he do?
Who got more in their chest?
What does he do? That's what I'm asking you.
Kobe can get. Hey,
Listen,
Kobe might get more
what
done.
does he do?
Kobe might get more done than Vince.
At that point in time in Kobe's career,
Has there been ever any time where Vince Carter been better than Kobe Bryant? Ever?
I'm not saying that.
So
I'm saying,
you asked to swap a better player.
okay, but what does he do?
Has there been
What
a time
does he do?
where the Raptors made it to the Eastern Conference Finals?
No.
The semi-conference finals.
Yes.
So they've only gotten that
Listen,
far.
look,
So
I'm not
you're saying that he should
Listen, look.
be
We
in the Hall of Fame.
all been to the NBA Hall of Fame before, and we seen how easy it is to
it's
get
the
up in
Basketball
that
Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
So there
right.
is a
The
difference.
Basketball Hall of Fame.
So my next question is this.
We all been to the Basketball Hall of Fame. We
Right.
see how easy it is to get into that mug, okay? So this is based on Basketball Hall of Fame.
So let's switch
right
it up.
here.
What if there was an NBA Hall of Fame?
If there's an NBA Hall of Fame, he shouldn't be in it, and then you can
Thank
make an
you.
argument that Chauncey shouldn't be in it.
False. False.
You can make an argument.
Why?
You
Why
can,
not?
you can make an argument because when you think of
But then
NBA,
Draymond shouldn't be in it.
no. But when you think of if the NBA was to separate it to have their own Hall of Fame, it should only be the greatest of the great players, not guys that just was great for a period of time. The greatest of the great players should be in the NBA Hall of Fame.
So are we taking Allen Iverson out?
Allen Iverson shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, period.
You don't think so?
No.
No.
He had one cold year. I mean, stat-wise, he been in the finals one time. He impacted the game look-wise, but is that Hall of Fame because you impacted how the game looked?
No.
I mean,
But
not
he was
just
a great
look.
player.
Not just look.
I love Allen Iverson. I'm
He
just saying.
offered more than just look. He had to kill a crossover that
He
nobody
made the
could guard.
crossover popular.
He had to kill a
Did
crossover
he,
that
or did
nobody.
Tim Hardaway?
No,
He made-
don't even try that.
No,
Don't
Allen
even try
Iverson
that.
made
Don't
the
even try that.
crossover
Yes,
popular.
Now,
No, that
now,
was Allen
yes,
Iverson.
Yes,
Tim Hardaway wasn't known for the crossover? Are
It
you
was
kidding me?
Allen Iverson that was
Listen.
more known for the crossover than Tim Hardaway. Yeah, no, it was Allen
Oh, we
Iverson.
gonna play these games.
What was
like
that
Tim
Jay-Z
Hardaway?
No,
said?
you
You
playing
made
the
it a
games.
hot
No,
line. I made it a hot song.
Yeah, no,
And this is
you
why
on your
people
own on that
argue-
one.
And this is why people argue Allen Iverson being in the Hall of Fame because of y'all.
No,
No.
Oh, this dude had one. Listen, I don't even want to be feeling like I'm just.
Look at his squad. Once again,
And
look
he
at his squad.
single-handedly led them to the finals.
But we argued this already. Man, we
Look,
talked
okay,
about
put
this.
Kobe on that team. What does he
No,
do?
listen, hold
does
on.
he even make it to the Eastern Conference Finals?
you
Because we seen what Kobe does when he doesn't have an All-Star 7-footer.
So
When he
Mutombo
doesn't
won
have an All-Star
Mutombo
7-footer.
won an All-Star. What is Mutombo? Is he a Hall of Fame
Not
center?
not that year.
Is he a Hall of Fame center? Is Dikembe Mutombo a Hall of Fame?
It's
all-time
not based off
center?
of his time with the
Listen,
76ers.
dude, just because Allen Iverson plays selfish
Can
basketball, that
Kobe
don't mean
lead
nothing.
that team to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Possibly, yes.
No. Be honest. Say no. He couldn't get past the Suns without that.
Look, that roster was worse. Are you kidding
He
me?
couldn't-
That roster was worse.
No.
Yes, it was.
No.
Yes, it
no,
was.
No. We ain't playing that.
That's
We
a
ain't
fact.
playing that.
That's a fact.
We ain't. T-Mac worked with worse than that, and he made it to the playoffs.
And you got bounced the first round.
That's
And
what
you
happened to
lost the 3-1
Kobe.
lead.
That's what happened to Kobe. That's what happened to Kobe.
Hold on.
Get bounced out.
Was
Matter
he-
of fact, Kobe lost with an All-Star 7-footer to the Dallas Mavericks
We talking
in the
about Dirk
first
Nowitzki
round. I don't
and them.
care. I don't care. This is Kobe Bryant we talking about. We talking about Bean here. We talking about the guy that's
The
supposed
same
to
guy- the
be.
same
We talking
guy-
about the guy that's supposed to be the second coming to Michael
The
Jordan.
same guy that y'all said it could win without Shaq, but went to the finals, back to back again without Shaq with a whole different squad?
How-
You still need help to win.
How fully loaded was that squad?
Fully loaded. What you
How
mean
fully loaded was them squads?
Lamar Odom and Paul Gasol?
And after that, they got Ron Artest, Matt Barnes. You want me to keep going?
How good is Matt Barnes?
He's a solid role player.
You be mentioning some wild names, dude. Like,
I mean,
you brought up
like,
Matt Barnes.
I did not bring up
how
Matt
good
Barnes.
is Matt Barnes, though?
He's a vet. Listen, look. Let me help everybody to understand something.
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
No,
exactly.
No.
Will he ever be in the Hall of Fame?
But okay, so why is Horace Grant not in the Hall of Fame?
He was a literal role player, straight low role player.
But without Michael Jordan, what was he? He was an all-star.
Dude,
he was an all-star without Michael Jordan.
How many years was he an all-star?
The years that Mike wasn't there.
How many though? Was it like 2?
Something like that.
Horace Grant is cold. He's just a role player.
But that's fine.
Are you gonna look at everybody's not?
But
stars,
that's fine.
Man.
But
listen,
that's fine.
You listen.
But
man,
what I'm saying to you is, okay, so one.
People love the dog that Philly team, right? Which is crazy.
That Philly team sucked.
No, people love the dog the Philly team. Like
who on that Philly team was cold besides Allen Iverson?
Aaron McKee can hit open shots.
No, he was trash.
Aaron McKee can hit open shots. Aaron McKee
waste management.
He can hit open shots.
Waste management, dog.
Aaron McKee can hit open shots.
Put him in the recycle bin.
Tyrone Hill was a literal
recycle bin. Recycle bin.
So
recycle bin. I don't care who they was before Philadelphia. No. All I care about who they was that year. What was they?
They went to the finals.
Recycle bin.
They went to the finals and won one game against LA.
Because of who? It wasn't because of them.
Did Iverson score all the points, every single point?
But who was the biggest threat? Who was the one that LA was worried about? Who was the one?
These Allen Iverson fans is wild, man. Like, the Allen Iverson fans, man, they crazy. The dude, look, man, he had one successful run, and after that, it was over with.
So, Josh, what you're saying
literally
is
one run.
That
what I'm saying is this, and I'm
gonna
be clear.
Since it's Basketball Hall of Fame, Vince Carter should be in the Hall of Fame because it's Basketball Hall of Fame.
It's the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Because of the impact that he's had.
Yes. When you look at him, he's nicknamed Half Man, Half Amazing, the best in-game dunker. Before this Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine dunk contest, you had to ask yourself, could anybody beat this guy in a dunk contest just off of pure athleticism alone? I know Jason Richardson gave us some years where we was like, all right, but Jason Richardson is not as graceful as Vince Carter. Now, I like Jason Richardson, but Jason Richardson, we talk about role players. He was just a role player.
Why are you throwing him under the bus in this argument?
No.
For what? Why?
We talking
Why are you throwing shots at Jay Rich for?
So, Matt, you're saying that Vince Carter, because he has not won a championship,
he don't got the accolades.
He has not had a successful run in the season yet. Not one.
He don't have the okay, so look.
Not one.
Okay,
at least Allen Iverson have one. He don't have one.
Let me give you the scoop on Vince Carter.
And he played with Jason Kidd too.
Vince Carter, he's a very nice guy. He's a very nice guy. And nice guys in the NBA, they just don't seem to get it done. Because in order for you to have the undeniable resume to be a winner, you got to have a certain kind of dog in you to where you willing to kill than be killed.
So you feel that way about Grant Hill?
Grant Hill just got hurt. Grant Hill just got hurt.
He's a nice guy.
Did you see him slam Alonzo Mourning on his dome? No.
Grant Hill just got hurt.
But people feel like Grant Hill's a nice guy.
Well, he is a very nice guy off the court, but on the court, Grant
are the nice guys on the court? Is Steph Curry a nice guy?
No,
he's a nice guy.
Who do you guys think? Steph Curry is an assassin.
Who do you guys think are the nice guys in the NBA?
Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine.
Who else?
Most of the NBA right now.
Yeah,
okay,
most
so the NBA.
Karl Anthony Towns.
So, side question. NBA right now, who do you think has the potential to be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, and of the young cats.
Yes, of the young players.
Because the old guys is kind of already written down.
Yeah, we're talking about the young
KD,
players, other people now.
KD is a Hall of Famer.
Who do you guys see as the potential Hall of Famers?
And right now, if everything keeps going the way it's looking, Tyrese Haliburton possibly could be a Hall of Famer. Possibly. I said possibly. Possibly could be a Hall of Famer. And I'm just going based off of young guys. Young guys, let me see here.
Luka
could be a Hall of Famer.
Are you putting Kyrie in there?
Kyrie could possibly be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, listen, Kyrie.
Would they allow him with all his antics and controversy?
I don't know. I don't know how the Basketball Hall of Fame works with that, because we've seen how certain things worked out for other players in other sports that had resumes. Even though they didn't have a championship, they had resumes. I'm speaking about Terrell Owens. He had resumes to be one of the top 3 players at his position, and how long he had to wait to get into the Hall of Fame. So I don't know how the Basketball Hall of Fame would do Kyrie Irving.
Aside from the other stuff, would Ja be potentially in there?
Not yet. He has to clean up his character. He has to clean up his character so we can be available. But his skill and his impact on the game, if he was to erase all of the bad stuff off his resume, off the court, Ja Morant could potentially be a Hall of Famer. But I'm saying potentially be, because I'm not going to say for sure none of these guys are. But if you forcing me to pick out of the young batch that we got to deal with, I'm just going to say Ant Edwards could be a Hall of Famer, potentially. Tyrese, if he keeps going the way he's going, he could potentially be a Hall of Famer. Ja could potentially be a Hall of Famer if he cleans up his off-the-court stuff.
You putting Embiid in there?
I don't know, man. I don't want to put.
He like Vince Carter. Yeah, he like Vince.
I see you possibly disagreeing with that. So,
Tyrese Haliburton?
Well, I'm just saying at the way they going, because based on this year, Tyrese Haliburton was the best number 1 point guard in the league. Like, I don't even think it's really a debate about who's the best point guard in the league, but to me, he's the clear best. For him to work with what he's working with and have that team in the playoffs, he's the best number 1 point guard in the league right now.
The only 3 I could see that could be that, if everything played out correctly, is Ant, Ja, and probably Trae Young. Because we've seen Trae get busy.
Trae Young.
Yeah,
Whoa,
Trae.
that came out in the left field.
Didn't Trae Young appear in the Eastern Conference Finals at one point?
You're right, but
Didn't he show up in the Eastern Conference? See, Trae Young got more on his chest than all these dudes except Ant and Ja probably.
I don't know
What's
if
he
you
doing
can
this
say that
year,
he had.
though?
Well, I mean, the Hawks they all over the place, man.
Listen, once again, shout
like-
out to Nate McMillan.
Like, the
We
Hawks
hope
just
that
all
you
over the
get your fair shot with an
I would
organization
trade.
that values you.
Like I said, I would trade Jason Tatum for Trae Young with the quickness ASAP and deal with that short backcourt, because Trae got enough heart
But
and
it
he
won't
can play in
necessarily
the
be
big
short,
games.
though. It won't necessarily be short, because if you just kick Drew Holiday to the 2 and have him guard whoever the number 1 guy is on the other team at the guard position, Trae Young will be able to be Trae Young.
Trae Young will be more. If you give him a team like that, you'll see how cold Trae Young is.
But like I said before, I'm more of a fan of that move under Ime Udoka than Mazzulla, because Mazzulla, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this guy. So,
Well, I mean,
there's still some things that need
this
to be
whole
seen.
Vince thing, when your argument is Duncan.
Is Dominique in the?
No, I don't believe. Is he a Hall of Famer?
I'm asking you.
I don't believe
is
should
he
be.
in the Hall of Fame?
Is he? I mean, he may be.
Tracy McGrady?
No.
I can't even finish my sentence.
A I love T-Mac, one of my favorites, but no.
Wow, my two favorite players, Tracy
No.
McGrady and Allen Iverson.
You think he should be in the Hall of Fame? T-Mac.
I mean, he did a lot
What's
for the Magic,
so
man.
so
He
so
did a lot for the Magic.
So here's the question. What's the criteria to get into the Hall of Fame? Because Tracy McGrady, healthy, can bust a whole lot of them dudes that's in the Hall of Fame's head.
He's amazing.
So when you can say a statement like that about somebody,
Hold on.
So wait.
Let's
Yao
rewind
Ming,
this.
should he be in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Of Fame?
But if Yao
But
Ming is
the
there,
only
Stephon
reason-
should
So
be.
if Yao Ming
The only
is
reason
in the
why-
Hall of Fame, Tracy
Well,
McGrady
hold
should
on.
be in the Hall of Fame.
I just
Vince
gotta-
Carter should be in the Hall of
let me
Fame.
interject
Allen
real quick.
Iverson
No,
should be,
let me
in the
interject
Hall
real
of Fame.
quick, because
Yao
I-
should be in
Remember-
the Hall of Fame. All
Let me
remember,
interject
this is the Basketball Hall
I
of
just want to
Fame.
interject this. I just want to just say this one thing. Because it's a thing, and I love T-Mac. And I've said this. If you can win, you win 3 times, you can win one more time.
Not if you're the only person on the
If you
team.
can win 3 times, you can win one more time.
Maybe
Whether
it
you the
took
only-
3
if
games
you
for
can
your
win
squad to
3
figure that out.
times, you can win one more time. You was up 3-1 talking greasy and lost. That's crazy.
Listen,
You should never lose a 3-1 lead.
I'm with
I don't
you.
care who you is.
Theoretically,
if you can win
I'm
3
with you.
times, you can win one more time.
But if you the
You do
only
not
threat,
lose all them games in a row like that.
but if you the only threat that the other team has to worry out, that's to worry about, I'm just double teaming you and forcing somebody else to beat me for the next game.
If you can win, there's no excuses. If you could win 3 times, you could win one more time.
Who was on that Pistons
to seal
team,
the
by the
deal.
way?
Was it Stackhouse, Chucky Atkins, and we had Chucky Atkins. We had Chauncey.
Because we had T-Mac and a bunch of doo-doo. I'm just
y'all still won 3 times though.
y'all look
Y'all still won 3 times.
and look.
So what's the excuse?
I'm not gonna change it.
There's no excuse.
I'm not gonna change it. Y'all lost the doo-doo 3 times.
Yep.
Shame on y'all.
Yep. And we didn't even get out the second round either, I don't think. So
No.
all right then. I'm not excusing that, but I'm just saying, look, I love T-Mac. I hate but I just got to keep it real here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, look, we all been to the NBA Hall of Fame. We walked through the hallway. We seen who's in there. They have a very low. Standard to getting into their Hall of Fame. And because they have a very low standard to get into their Hall of Fame, look, we seen fans in the NBA in the Basketball Hall of Fame just because.
Are there fans in the NFL Hall of Fame?
No, I don't remember seeing no fans in Canton. Did you? Did you?
No,
remember seeing
I
no
didn't
fans?
see any fans in.
I don't remember
No,
seeing
No,
it.
I don't
I
remember
don't
seeing no fans. It's all players and coaches that played in the NFL.
And it seemed like it was a
Like,
lot of
it-
players.
it
Like
was
it was
hard
very
to-
difficult
it was
to
hard
get.
for Terrell Owens to get in the
Yes,
Hall of
it
Fame.
That's
seemed
what I was
like
just talking
it
about.
was very difficult to get into that NFL
Like
Hall
Terrell
of Fame.
Owens should be first ballot.
Right, but he had to wait how many years? You know what I'm saying? So if the NBA had their own Hall of Fame, that would be the most beneficial.
Like
thing.
if the NBA had their Hall of Fame, the de facto guys would probably be Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. We're gonna take it back to Bill Russell. He'd be there.
Will
Chamberlain to be there. Well, will he? Yeah.
Yeah.
So my question is there any players in the NFL without rings, without any championship rings in the NFL Hall of Fame?
Yeah. Yeah, there is. I have to go through and look at it again.
Well, the
but
NFL is a different case because NBA is team based, but the
Listen,
NFL
look.
is 100%. Like you
Listen,
can
look.
be cold, and it's just
I'm gonna tell you like this: for the NFL Hall of Fame, do you think that Michael Vick is a Hall of Famer?
probably not. I love Mike Vick, but would you say he is?
When we talk about like accolades as far as Super Bowl championships, no. But if you just go based off of individual impact on the game, if you just go based off of a defense going through the week of preparation and being like, we got to worry about this dude, we got to lock him down, is Michael Vick a Hall of Famer?
My heart want to say yes off rip because Michael Vick scared the life out of people for
Okay.
a while.
Because if Barry Sanders can be in the Hall of Fame, without no winning to go with it, then you gotta count.
I don't crucify football players like basketball because you could be one individual cold player with just you can't control the defense or the offense.
Right.
So there's nothing. Like
that's part of the reason why I say that Michael Vick is a Hall of Famer.
And Barry Sanders, he's pegged as like, look, Barry Sanders ain't had no O-line.
Right.
Nothing. He had to run back.
Neither did Michael Vick.
So it's like
neither did Michael Vick. Why did he have to run so much?
You know what I mean? Like
I know that was his style, but there's also a reason why he had to run that much.
So would you say he's better than Cam Newton? Because you said Cam Newton went to the Super Bowl with a.
I would not say that he's better than Cam Newton. I would not say that he's better than Cam Newton because Cam Newton, he wasn't as special as Michael Vick scrambling, but he was a better quarterback than Michael Vick. Even though they both had cannons for an arm. Michael Vick was ambidextrous. He could throw the ball with both his left and his right hand. So that's another thing that made him special. But Michael Vick, he was only like 6 foot. Michael Vick, with those short quarterbacks, the thing with them is you got to get them out the pocket so they can see better downfield. Because if they just stand in the pocket, in most cases, for the defensive line, you just coaching them to put their hands up and they can get a whole lot of batted balls. Mm-hmm. But then you got cases like Drew Brees that was like, I'm letting go of the ball within the first 3 seconds of the play, right, and I'm not giving you a chance to bat the ball down. But Cam Newton was 6'7". Cam Newton was 6'7" with a cannon for an arm, and he had strength and mobility. And he led a team that had one of the worst offensive lines to the Super Bowl without the number one receiver, even though they had a top defense that year.
So that sounds like he should be a lock in the Hall of Fame, Cam Newton.
In my mind, they both are.
I want to say yes with Michael Vick. I watched Michael Vick. He was a problem.
Do you think he will ever be in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Not the way.
I'm not sure.
If it was that hard for Terrell Owens to get there.
Well, Terrell Owens was he was a headache for the NFL.
Yeah, but Mike Vick had a whole nother problem himself, which I think was stupid. But whatever, it was.
The dog thing.
Yeah, but still, like even with the headache, Terrell Owens should be first ballot, no question.
Because he's a top 3 wide receiver in the history of the game.
So there's no excuse for that to be the case.
But
so it's like,
then you see how much they make him pay.
In there?
Randy Moss, I think he was first ballot.
Was he?
I think he was first. I mean, I have to look back at it again, but I think Randy Moss was first ballot because he wasn't the same kind of headache for the NFL that Terrell Owens was.
And then Megatron made it.
Which is he's behind the top 3 in my mind.
Love Megatron, but, he made it. So, I'm not going to say the NFL. NFL is still way harder. Our football.
It's still harder. You actually got to be like that dude.
Everybody in the Football Hall of Fame
deserves.
They official. All of them. You know what I mean? Now NBA is like.
So you're saying the NBA has a lot more debatables when it comes to.
Yeah,
did anybody ever debate Allen Iverson being in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know. I can't say. But
because, there seems to be a lot of debate right now, controversy around Vince Carter, around Chauncey Billups being in the Hall of Fame. But I did not see that same energy when it came to Allen Iverson.
I think the debate is because the inductee class might be a little on the weak side. So it's like, what? So
here's the thing. My thing with the Hall of Fame in general, when they want to value players winning championships, they need to look at the situations that some of these players that didn't win championships had. Once again, I'm going to say it again. How many of these Hall of Famers that are in the Hall of Fame right now would be Hall of Famers if they were on a team by themselves with no kind of supporting cast?
Let me ask you this with the Vince Carter thing. So, will Vince Carter deserve to be in the Hall of Fame over Chris Webber?
I have to think about that one because I don't know.
That's a good question.
I would say Vince Carter impacted the game more than Chris Webber.
I would say that
Did
too.
he?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to like.
Even you know
honey,
that.
I'm sorry.
So,
I
Chris Webber
agree
wasn't
with
popping with the Bullets.
He was.
wasn't popping with the Warriors.
No.
No.
It's not about being
Chris
popping.
Webber with
Are
the
you
Kings.
serious?
It's not about being
listen,
popping.
I'm
know why
Michigan
he don't
all
have a
day.
title.
I'm Michigan
We
all
know
day.
why he don't
I
have a
love
title.
Chris Webber,
We know
but
why he don't have a championship ring on his hand.
Listen.
Are you serious?
listen.
You serious right now?
I love,
Vince
but
Carter
there
was
is
more official than Chris Webber.
hold on. We associate Vince Carter with the dunk. What is Chris Webber associated with? What is Chris Webber even associated with?
He's saying the argument is the dunk. I'm talking
No,
about
but I'm saying when it comes to basketball,
getting wins,
no. Okay,
successful seasons. I don't care about no dunk.
I'm not denying Chris Webber was cold with the Kings. I love watching Chris Webber with the Kings.
So you saying,
but when it comes to the game of basketball and the impact,
before Chris Webber. Chris Webber.
What is Chris Webber known for?
Being an out cold power forward. That's what he's known for.
Okay, how many other players are known for being out cold?
They could have went to the finals
other than Chris Webber. Other than Chris Webber.
Rasheed.
Listen, he was handling his business with a pool of cold fours. Are you kidding me?
Listen.
And was Vince the best too?
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? Was he better than T-Mac?
Chris Webber.
Was he better than Kobe Bryant?
Was
he better than Allen Iverson?
You got to understand, people start dunking because of Vince Carter.
Did that create wins?
People become dunkers.
Nobody
does that. Nobody becomes anything because of Chris Webber.
There's a number of things that we can point to.
Does anybody want to play like Tim Duncan?
I'm not saying that.
Does anybody want to play like Tim Duncan?
Jaleel Okafor
does. Okay, we already know Tim Duncan is in the Hall of Fame for other reasons.
Jaleel Okafor does, and his style of play got outcast out the game.
They drifted that out of the game.
They outcast that out the game.
Tim Duncan, no one wants to be, I'm going to play like Tim Duncan. But
we already know why Tim Duncan. Okay, so how many rings does Tim Duncan got?
Like 5.
Okay, so that alone shows why Tim Duncan is in the Hall of Fame. So that's not a good argument.
Y'all keep arguing this dunk stuff. What else? What else? Y'all keep talking
you
about
are comparing Vince Carter to Chris Webber being in the Hall of Fame.
Let's not disrespect Vince Carter like that's the only thing that he can do.
But you keep going to the dunk.
Okay, so Vince Carter.
Allen Iverson.
Vince
How
Carter
he impacted the game.
Vince Carter could do everything on the floor.
Does that create wins?
It wasn't just that Allen Iverson made it to the finals. Allen Iverson made the crossover popular. Allen Iverson impacted the game of
how many
impact of basketball generally.
So that's the same as Vince Carter.
It's the same as Vince Carter. The impact he made.
So
in
let's
basketball.
look at this. Let's think
and
about.
You're gonna say
hold
Chris
up.
Webber should be in the Hall of Fame over Vince Carter?
Let me ask you a question. As a GM, do you want a player for impact or wins?
Okay, man. All right.
Do you want impact or wins?
Well, first of all, if I'm the general manager,
why you always moving the goalposts? Why you always moving the goalposts?
First of all,
why you always moving the goalposts?
First of all, if I'm the general manager and I got any one of them dudes, I'm making sure that I'm putting a good team around them. Because Toronto clearly didn't, Philly clearly didn't.
So who are you picking
Hold on. And didn't Chris Webber have a way better team than the Raptors did?
And he faced
the Kings had an out. Did he have Mike Bibby? The Kings had an out cold team.
That popped up. I don't know.
Do you not know the politics of that? They was facing the Lakers.
Hold on. No. Let me ask you this. And let's switch roles.
Referee.
No, let's switch roles. If Chris Webber played for the Raptors with the team that Vince Carter had,
that's the same question I was asking earlier.
Would he be as cold as he was when he was with the Kings?
Oh, Chris Webber?
Yes. Answer that question.
He would still be cold.
Because that dude had a cold team with the Kings.
The question is,
he had a cold team with the Kings.
Hold on. Time out. The question is, when you want to swap players in a different position, It's not if they individually would be a cold player. It's if would they be a cold player and still be able to win.
And how good was the Raptors with Chris Bosh?
They didn't win. They was out in the first round.
You know what I'm saying?
They was out the first round.
No, you didn't answer my question.
What?
You can't answer my question with a question. Answer my question.
What was the question? Answer it because it's not making no
Let's
sense.
She
switch.
asked you if you swapped Chris Webber with Vince Carter on that Toronto team, would Chris Webber have won?
Who was a roster?
It
Alvin
doesn't
Williams?
matter. Would they have won?
It does matter. I
You
wanna
know who the roster was for the Kings. You know who that was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Who was
and the
yeah.
Lakers
You didn't
needed-
even know who the roster was for the Raptors.
And the Lakers needed
And that
referees.
says all
Hold
that
on,
needs
wait.
to
No,
be
that
said.
don't-
That
Lakers
says all
needed-
you don't even remember. So who was playing for the Kings?
What?
Who was playing for the Kings? Because I remember one conversation, you named all the
happy
players
in
that was
paradise.
playing for
That's
the
all I gotta
Kings.
say.
Right, you
You
know what I mean?
knew
Like,
everybody who was playing for the
Y'all
Kings. You
Vince
even said
Carter
the Kings
fans
had-
is crazy.
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Answer the
Y'all
question.
Wait, hold
Carter
up now.
fans.
I'm a
Answer the
VC.
question.
Like, I'm not
funny.
opposed.
Answer the question.
The only reason why I'm not opposed to Vince Carter getting into the Hall of Fame is because of
But see,
everybody
the
else.
reason
that
why
I
No,
got.
players
he
in the
asked the
argument-
question.
Let me tell you
No,
something.
he
Let
put
me
his
tell
foot in
you-
his
hold on,
mouth,
let me
and
tell
he
you this.
said
Hold
something
on, wait.
about Chris Webber
Listen.
being in the Hall of Fame
Wait, hold
over
on.
Vince Carter,
Can I
and I
say
said
something? Can I
that
say something?
Chris Webber
Can
had
I
a
talk,
cold
please?
team compared
Can
to
I
Vince
say
Carter,
something?
and you can't even name
But can I get in this?
the team that was on the
But you won't
Raptors
let me
team with
finish.
Vince Carter
Let
over
me
the team that
get
was
in
with
the line. Let
the
me
Kings.
interject here. right?
No, answer the
No,
question
I'm
first.
gonna answer this. This is how
No,
I'm
I'm not.
This is how
No,
I'm
I'm not
answer the
answering
question.
no question. Answer
This is
the
how I'm
question.
answer the question.
Go ahead.
Because people like to talk about this roster stuff.
You like to talk
'Cause
about
it
a whole lot
matters.
of stuff.
The roster stuff matters.
It does
Michael
matter.
Jordan doesn't have 6 championships if he doesn't have the roster
No,
that he
but,
had.
But your man's Brian, y'all like
Oh
to
my
claim the
goodness.
Cavs.
Answer the
trash,
question, man.
and
They
he
was
You know what I'm
trash.
saying?
Who else? Who on that
Who was
roster?
on that Kings team,
Who
Matt?
on that Cavaliers
Matt,
roster
who
would
was
you
on
not
that
use
Kings
as
team?
tissue paper?
Who's on that Kings team?
Maybe Hito.
I ain't talking about the
Vlade.
Kings. I'm talking about the Cavs. You brought up the Cavs.
All right, so
who
so-
on
so
that Cavs
who's
roster?
on the Raptors team besides Vince Carter?
Hakeem. Didn't they have Hakeem?
Hold up now. That was old and about to retire Hakeem.
Had Hakeem?
Who else?
No. That's
Was it
that's-
Alvin Williams?
That's not the same
I'm
because
trying to go down. You won't let me answer. Is it Alvin Williams?
I'm not interested.
Is it Alvin Williams?
listen.
Which year are we talking? Because he didn't win it all over there. So which year? Which year?
The best
Because
team that-
he didn't win. Period.
We
So
talking
which year?
about
The best team-
the
he didn't win.
best
Listen,
team
look,
for the
listen, look.
Raptors.
The
He
best team-
He
for
didn't
the
win
Kings
there, and he
that
didn't win
Chris
his
Webber
jersey.
was on.
So
The-
You
let's
know
pick
what
a
I'm
team.
talking about.
The
Stop
best
playing
team-
Pick
games.
one. It don't matter.
Stop
The
Just
playing
best
games.
team
Stop
that
playing
Vince
games.
Carter had when
Exactly.
he was on Toronto was when he himself was a young pup. Because the best team that he had was when he had Tracy McGrady
Okay.
and he had Mighty Mouse
David
over there,
Stoudemire.
and he had Marcus Camby.
That don't sound too bad to me.
But
'Cause
that
Marcus
was the
Camby-
best team.
Hold on, wait.
But that was
Marcus Camby was doing dirt with the Nuggets.
but that was before Vince Carter.
He was doing dirt with the Nuggets.
But that was before Vince
Don't
Carter,
act like you
Vince Carter
came up with
grew
them names by yourself.
Don't try
Josh
to play
had
me.
to help you.
I said
Don't
he-
act like you
that's
came,
weird.
but you
Didn't I-
couldn't even name nobody. You
Didn't
was
I
looking
call
at
him
was
the
Alvin. I don't know. Who was it?
Listen,
Who was it?
listen, look,
Oh,
time
who
out,
was it?
time out,
Was it
time out,
Alvin
time
or
out,
what?
time out, time out,
Snoop
time out,
Dogg?
time
I don't know.
out, time out.
Don't try to play.
Listen,
But you
look,
could name
listen,
who was
look,
on the Kings
listen,
team.
Listen, look, Paradise, keep it nice.
Yeah.
All right, okay,
This-
look,
look here,
okay,
man.
look,
This
okay,
don't
look.
even
Hold
make
on,
sense.
time out.
Huh?
The real reason why Vince Carter, well, hold up. I ain't gonna say this is like the only reason,
Said that's the
but
best roster?
but one of the real reasons why Vince Carter wasn't able to succeed was because Isaiah Thomas helped Kevin McHale when he was general manager for the Timberwolves, and he talked Kevin McHale into drafting Kevin Garnett instead of him falling to Toronto and pairing Kevin Garnett with Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, and Marcus Camby.
But even with that roster,
But
the
we
best
talking
team-
about front
even
offices
with the-
here.
But you said the best roster, so you said that's
That was the best,
roster.
but that was young
Damon Stoudemire
before
was
proving
official.
Tracy
Hold
McGrady.
on, I get that.
He was the rookie of the year.
Let's slide T-Mac to the side.
Okay,
Damon Stoudemire was
Mighty Mouse rookie of the year, but that doesn't mean. But
Damon Stoudemire.
he already has a lot going against him because
Marcus Camby
in
was
that
nice.
era. But he was young. He was young and had to deal with who? Marcus Camby is not no offensive player. We know he's a defensive guy. Vince needed somebody that can get buckets.
Marcus Camby wasn't underrated?
He's not an offensive player. He's a defensive
He can
guy.
shoot that elbow.
But how much is he giving you with that?
Are you looking for him? Every center is not. You're not looking for.
No.
If you need him,
Hold on. So are you telling me that Marcus Camby is a capable number 2 option?
I ain't never say he was number 2.
So why you saying it like that?
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never say that.
Vince Carter never had.
With
Vince
Damon Stoudemire's ability, he should have been number 2.
Vince Carter has never had a capable number 2 option in Toronto. So that's all I'm saying.
So what happened in New Jersey?
That's all I'm saying.
What happened? He was still prime. What happened in Jersey then?
Didn't they trade Kenyon Martin away to Denver? Kenyon Martin wasn't on the squad. So, once again, who was the number 2 scoring option?
You even said yourself Kenyon Martin ain't all that.
No, I never said that. I like Kenyon Martin. Kenyon Martin is one of my...
You said he have no offense.
I never said that.
You told me that. Yes,
I never said that.
You said you have no offense.
You making that up.
No,
you
said that.
How much you done had to drink?
No.
Let me cut you off. Let me cut you off. I'm going to put this over here. I'm cutting you off. I'm cutting you off.
Kenyon Martin had no offense. You said he's
No. Yes, Kenyon Martin is primarily a violent
like
dunker.
Ago.
But that doesn't mean that he ain't got nothing to offer. That don't mean that he has nothing to offer to the offensive side of the ball.
Is Kenyon Martin an all-time great forward?
Is he all-time great?
Yes.
All-time great?
Is he up there with the Kevin Garnett?
No.
Okay, then.
No. But he's still a great forward.
Right.
He's still a great forward.
But you had...
But at that point in time, it was just Jason Kidd, Vince Carter, and Richard Jefferson. I think he was Richard Jefferson still on that team? I think he was. Outside of that, who was the 4 and the 5? Because during that era, you were still dumping the ball down low. You were still dumping the ball down low. So who was the 4 and the 5?
Was Mutombo over there?
I don't think so. I think Mutombo was playing for the Rockets at that time.
He wasn't playing for the Nets?
At that time, I don't think so. I know he was on the Nets team that went to the finals, but I don't think he was on that team.
It's funny, I always find Mutombo in the finals.
What you mean? How many other teams did he play for in the finals?
Yeah.
He was only in the finals twice, as far as I can remember.
People
he was only in the finals twice.
People like to knock on Mutombo, but
he was only in the finals twice.
I'm saying,
as a defensive player.
Hey man,
he's not a number 2 option. We can scratch that. He's not a number 2 option. He's not. So that's the point that I'm making.
Look here, man.
That's the only argument that I'm making about Vince Carter.
Look, man, is he sitting at the table with the all-time great tools? I just want to know.
No.
All right. Enough said.
No.
Enough said.
But
Can you sit him at the table with Dwayne Wade? Is he better than Dwayne Wade?
Well, I don't know. You give Vince Carter Shaq, Alonzo Mourning. You give him Udonis Haslam. You give him Antoine Walker. You give him James Posey. You give him you give him Gary Payton.
Hello?
You give him Jason Williams. And then maybe we can answer that question with a better.
I just want to know: is he better than Dwayne Wade? I'm not talking about all that. Is he better than Dwayne Wade?
No, we need to talk about all of that. We need to talk about that. You can't just erase all of that from the picture.
No, Vince Carter is not better.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go down this list since Vince Carter's in the Hall of Fame. I want to name this. So is he better than Allen Iverson? I know you're gonna say no because that's your man's.
But that's the truth.
Is he? No,
but
right?
that's
okay,
the
cool.
truth.
I just wanna know, is he better than Kobe Bryant?
No.
Is he better than Michael Jordan?
But you're naming all of these like super elite players. Like, come on, look are you comparing him to?
Hall of Fame.
Look who you are comparing him to.
Hall of Fame.
You're like comparing him to like people who are. He's comparing him to like outside of Allen Iverson. He's comparing him to people exactly like exactly like what the heck.
We talking Hall
what
of Fame,
the heck?
Right?
But if you a top 10 2 guard that ever played this game, shouldn't you be in the Hall of Fame?
I'm asking the question.
All right, well, we got to move on to the next
topic.
topic.
I want to answer my question.
I did answer your question.
I want to go down the list.
He's not better than those guys.
No, we said no. But look who you named. Look who you named.
I'm not doing my list. list.
You're not even naming.
So you got
people.
4 guys so far.
I'm done. Y'all was cutting me off.
So that put Vince Carter at 5.
Go ahead.
So that put Vince Carter at 5.
Go ahead and name the next player who he. Go ahead.
T-Mac, no. Okay, that's 6.
Go ahead.
Nah, he number
Once
6
you
now.
name
6.
once you name a player who is a little bit more comparable to his.
Is he better than Ray Allen?
Yes, he's better than Ray Allen. Ray Allen was the number 3. He was the number 3
For the Bucks?
How far did they get?
Sonics?
Listen.
I don't know about that, Josh.
Listen.
I
I could care less.
don't know about that.
Listen.
I don't know about that, Josh.
Listen. Look, I know he was in the movie.
I don't know.
I don't care about no movie.
I know he was in the movie.
That is okay. I don't even know. Man, I don't know about that, Josh. I don't know.
So now he not better than
You
Ray
got to
Allen.
explain yourself
It's
on
not
that one.
landslide.
Is
You
he
got to
better-
explain yourself
Listen,
on that
look.
one, Josh.
Who do you have a harder headache game planning for?
Ray Allen?
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
about
don't
that.
know about
Ray
that
Allen.
one, Josh.
I'm not
You
sure
kidding me?
about that.
I don't know
Remember,
about that,
Prime Ray
Josh.
Allen can dunk too.
Yeah.
Just because he won 360 and that don't mean nothing. He
Yeah.
can dunk too. He
But
can shoot.
Vince can shoot threes.
He
Why
not
are we acting
shooting
like he
Ray Allen.
can't?
He
But
not
who
shooting like Ray
cares?
Allen, brother.
In
We know
that era,
Josh, I may have
in
to
that
disagree with you
era-
on that one, bro.
In that era, nobody
You the
was
white.
jacking up threes like that.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Like,
wait.
dog, he not-
Hold on. Andre, do you agree with your husband?
No,
Is
he's
it-
not comparable.
So is he?
You on your own, Josh.
Hey, look.
Is he better than Reggie?
Listen, look.
Is
Let
he
me
better
tell
than
y'all
Reggie?
something. I ain't never needed nobody else to co-sign on nothing that I've ever said. Okay, I've never needed nobody else to co-sign on anything that I've ever said.
is he better
Okay,
than Reggie?
Ray Allen only got a ring being the number 3 guy. Now, if you put Vince Carter as the number 3 guy on any team, how many rings can he get?
Wasn't he like a number 3 or 4 with Dallas?
When he was parking in the handicap spot?
Wasn't
people
he
was
number
giving him-
1 with the Raptors and he couldn't even get a ring?
But he was the number 1
don't try to
option.
be on my side.
I
bro.
know.
He was the number 1
Don't try to
option.
be on my side now.
I'm asking.
Don't
the
be on my
question.
side
He
now.
was the number
I'm
1
asking them.
Because
We talking about
y'all
Ray
slide-
Allen. We
y'all
not talking
slide-
about Ray
y'all
Allen.
sliding off my question.
No,
Reggie Miller.
we talking
so
about
we
Ray
at
Allen.
8 now. Reggie Miller. Is he better than Reggie?
Is he better than Reggie
Yes,
Miller?
is he?
Individually, yes. But on that team,
Is he
in
really?
that era, no. Because okay, so look.
You think
does-
Vince better than Reggie Miller? You think Vince Carter better than Reggie
No,
Miller?
I don't
Okay.
think
Do
so.
you think Vince
No.
So
Carter
let's
Reggie
ask
Miller?
No, I
some
think
fundamental
Reggie better.
questions
I'm
right
sorry.
here. Let's ask some fundamental questions right here. Let's get down to basketball right here, and we talking about individuals. Can Reggie Miller create his own shot without a pick?
What does that mean?
Can Reggie Miller create his own shot without a pick?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Does Reggie Miller have any kind of a handle? No.
Good enough to
no,
put up that-
No.
Good enough
no.
to put up that
All
three.
Reggie Miller
Good enough to
is.
compete with Michael Jordan in them.
All Reggie Miller is a look. If you look at Klay Thompson in this era, that's Reggie,
Yeah, he made it in the Hall of Fame before Vince Carter did.
which is fine. Look, playing in that era. Look, do we need to research what other people said about the 90s about you playing against plumbers and
That's bull.
all,
You know that.
all that other stuff?
That's BS, and you know that.
Well, okay, so who's the cold twos out of the 90s?
It was a big man game at the time. You already know
Fine.
that it flip flops.
Exactly.
So back in
Exactly.
the day, it was about the big man and the point guards. You know
Exactly.
that.
Exactly.
And in the 2000s, it was about
But
the
what I'm
fours
saying is
and the twos. You know that.
Reggie
trying to play
Miller,
games.
Reggie Miller and Vince Carter got the same accomplishments being the number 1. So are you seriously going to sit here and tell me that Reggie Miller is better than Vince Carter? What kind of dope is y'all on?
Man, hold on.
Who's y'all dope, man?
Hold on. Wasn't old
I'm
Reggie
sorry.
still busting heads? And he went to the finals before already with the Pacers, and he was still popping with the
I'm
Pacers
sorry,
then.
even
But who was on the
still doing dirt at
squad?
an older age, man.
even your
He was
wife
still
disagree
doing
with
dirt
you
at
on
an
that
older age. Reggie Miller was still doing dirt at an older
Listen,
age.
like I
Vince
said,
wasn't.
like
Once you
I
took
said-
away them hops,
Like I said, what can Reggie Miller do by himself? Without a screen. Without a
What?
screen.
Hold
is it
on,
a
what?
5-man game or a 1-man game?
You right. So now
right
we
then.
so now we talking about coaching. Who was Vince Carter's coach in Toronto? Now we talking about coaching. Who was Vince Carter's coach? Who did Reggie Miller have as a coach?
I I gotta look and research that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Y'all all can sit here and just say all of this stuff. Once again, listen, look, and I don't want to get this confused. I'm not trying to make this big argument for Vince Carter like he was that greatest dude.
Yes, you is. You yelling up in here.
Because
you know what I mean? Like,
there's certain nonsense.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
There's some nonsense that's being said here that's not considering all factors in. Everything needs to be on the table. Everything needs to be on the table. Who did Reggie Miller have as head coach?
I don't know. That was back in the day. I gotta look. I don't want to say nothing wrong.
What year was this, Josh?
Listen, look. He had Rick Smits at center.
Okay.
All right.
Rick Smith was trash?
No. But what I'm saying is he had Rick Smits at center. He had Mark Jackson at the one.
So it's a prime that he got a good team?
When you comparing one player to another, you got to look at who they were surrounded by. Because
So what aspect do making your teammates better count here?
So you saying Reggie Miller made his teammates better? Is that what you're saying?
What aspect
is that what
count?
you're saying?
Huh?
Make yourself clear here. Are you saying Reggie Miller made his teammates better?
Did Vince Carter?
I didn't say that. We talking about.
I answered the question because you ain't no. Did Vince Carter?
We just watched Physical 100, right?
Okay.
Right.
And you got less talented teams beating super teams because of hard work and camaraderie. You know what I'm saying?
Now we talking about eras.
You know what
now
I mean?
we talking about eras.
I do not want to hear that. That's the thing, man. Like, look, man.
Listen, Vince Carter. Okay, so
he's
look,
a great dunker.
I'll say it.
He's a Dominique Wilkins. That's what he is.
I'll say it since nobody else wants to say it. Vince Carter was a victim of playing for a team in Canada. He was a victim of playing. He was a victim of playing for a team in Canada.
He a victim?
Yes, he got drafted by a team in Canada.
He didn't stay there. He was in New Jersey.
You right.
He went to Dallas.
And you still gonna tell me that Reggie Miller was better than him in there?
All right.
Reggie Miller's better
Let's.
than that man,
We've
brother.
been on this topic for about an hour. Let's move on.
We not gonna do that.
What's the next topic?
Common sense got to kick in sometime.
What's the next topic, Matt?
Y'all listen.
He's not.
We're about to go to the next topic, but
Okay.
I think everybody
He's
knows
not. He's
that
not.
Reggie Miller.
He's not.
I guess it's still
He's
debatable
not.
at this point.
He's not.
We're
Listen,
still
look,
debating. We're
if
still
there's
debating this.
anybody listening, we'll do a poll for this. We'll do a poll for this.
I
Put
think
that
it's a
drink
good-
down. You don't need no more.
Okay, so whoever's listening, put it in the comments. Do you think that Vince Carter should be in the Hall of Fame? Put it in the comments.
No. I don't
People
want
like
that.
to do emotional picks.
I don't want that.
People like emotion.
No, I think they should put it in the
Is
comments.
Vince Carter better than Reggie Miller?
No.
Oh, okay. We can put that in the comments too.
If they play one-on-one, who getting their head bust?
You kidding me?
Is Vince?
Who getting their head bust? Because does Reggie Miller really have defense like that?
Does Vince?
Better than Reggie's.
When have I seen that? But, whatever.
You know what? I mean, because a whole lot of that 90s eras is just like a whole bunch of overly physical stuff that really wasn't defense. It was more mental stuff. It was more mental stuff. And might I add that there was no zone defense allowed in the 90s.
He'd take Vince Carter. I ain't gonna.
Let's just go to the next topic. What's the next topic? Because we got a lot of topics to go through.
He'd sit there and say Vince Carter. Anyway.
Yeah. What's the next topic?
There's a guy named Joe Dumars out here that's underrated as a two.
Okay. Let's just go. No, because no. Let's go. What is it?
We go to the next
We
topic.
can.
Yes,
We can.
let's say
Who
one
is Joe
topic.
Dumars?
We can't.
No.
Listen, look.
What's the
All
next
love
topic?
for the bad
Hey,
boys
hey,
Pistons.
supposed to-
Isaiah, Zeke.
No.
I'm with you. You the
Yes.
listen. Look, Zeke. I got you as a number one.
I know
point
you
guard.
ain't tired.
No, I'm not
This is
saying that, but
unlimited
we
here.
have a lot of
We got
topics to go
two.
through.
We got three.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's the better
So
point guard?
What's the next topic?
Who's the better point guard? If they have to lead a team without having nobody established there by themselves, who's the better point guard, Zeke or Magic?
Magic, bro. Hold on.
You serious?
What you mean? Like, hold on. Rewind that.
You want to hear the question again?
Yeah, one more time.
Who's the better point guard without nobody established on their team there already?
They both had cold teams. It's hard to ask.
No,
No,
they did not.
Don't play Detroit like this.
No.
The problem.
No.
These folks like to play Detroit.
No.
They like to play.
Listen.
They like to play Detroit.
Listen.
Y'all, don't nobody give Detroit credit, and you know
You
that.
didn't
know
hear
what
my
I'm
question.
No, man.
You didn't hear my question.
I heard it loud and clear.
Are you sure you heard
Yes,
it loud
I
and
heard
clear?
that thing clear.
Who is the better point guard without an established team?
Without an established team.
I think we should leave that for the comments.
Because Isaiah Thomas didn't have nobody. Magic walked in with Kareem, Michael Cooper.
I think that is a great
James Worthy
question.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
comments.
He had Hall of Famers on the team.
All right, fine. They're trying to. They want us to
I'm
go through.
supposed
All right,
to
so
keep
what's-
it-
so
that's our
what's the next
job. That's why we're here
Now
to
we
keep you
gotta
guys
talk about
on
the
topic.
ladies.
Okay.
Talk
Women's
about the
college
females.
basketball versus the men's.
Listen, look, I'll say this
Women's
first.
is killing it now.
I'll say this first.
Yeah.
Women's college basketball is more fun to watch than men's
Yeah, we
college
just
basketball right now.
I never
We
thought
just
I would
watched-
hear Josh say
We
that.
just watched. Who did we just watch? North Carolina State. And my man
NC State
Purdue.
and Purdue.
They all suck.
What's my man's Edie? What's his name?
Sucked.
And then the big guy with the
Sucked.
dreads. Look here, man.
They
Let me tell you something.
trash.
You know
They
what's
clumsy. They lose the ball.
What's going on with the men's college
The lack
basketball?
of fundamentals, the lack of team, the lack of learning the basics of basketball. You cannot do anything without the basics, and these dudes lack that. They do. They don't play the game the right way. They do this AAU thing. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys.
You just tag me in when you want some backup.
Like, look. At the end of the day, who's this Edie guy that they keep gassing up?
Trash.
Listen, let me talk to you about this Edie guy. No, I want to talk about this Edie guy because he was driving me up the wall. My man's like 7'2". Cats pushing him out the paint.
That's shorter than him.
That's ridiculous. Like, first of all, he's not as good as folks as I think they forcing this situation. He's as good as who's around him. Okay, he has no footwork.
But he don't even got no cold players around him.
But it ain't about when you that official, you don't need like there are certain things like Shaq.
I wasn't supposed to chime in.
Like Shaq, right? If you throw Shaq on a bad team, as dumb as he is, they gonna do some stuff because you can't stop him. There's certain players like that all you gotta do the whole game plan. We just gotta cross half court and throw him the rock.
Does he have the potential?
No. So this the thing. This dude, man. I'm sorry, man. This Edie guy, whatever his name is, no footwork. He getting pushed out the paint by small cats. He losing the ball. He don't look physically like that. Cause if I got a hold, like if I had a team, and I was a hold of him, there'd be absolutely no way you would look that soft in the body. You're gonna be looking chiseled. You're gonna have a solid base. If somebody got a nerve to put their forearm on you like that, you spinning with the elbow, and you hitting them right in the jaw. Oh, it was an accident. My bad. Went up for a dunk. You know what I'm saying?
See, but now you're talking about players getting flagrant fouls.
No, that's not a flagrant. If you do it right,
LeBron just got called for it the other night.
because LeBron listen, LeBron still got juice, but that's starting to we gonna get into that. But this Edie dude, like he's supposed to be killing these. Like there's no way from the competition that I seen that he should be killing. Folks should be almost going to the hospital dealing with him. Straight up. I would be in this dude's ear like a like dog. If you don't be putting, folks should be off the court in the stretcher almost.
We can't. Those days are over.
No,
we can't do that.
forget all. You can make it like an accident, Vander Holyfield. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to lower down. Somebody. Got
what is that supposed to mean? Like, whoops, my bad?
Yeah, look. If somebody got the audacity, because if you 7'2", that size, that big, that towering over these guys, and they feel like they got confidence enough to lean on you, they should be scared to do. You're supposed to have 3 dudes on you at all times so you can kick it out to open man.
So, what do you think about the WNBA draft this year? Are you going to be watching?
They solid.
Are y'all going to be tuning
probably
in?
not.
They got a
But
squad.
I'm not. Wait,
Probably
no.
not.
Look. I'm gonna probably look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like Paige, she official. Caitlin Clark's official.
What are y'all predictions?
Angel Reese.
What are y'all
I
predictions?
don't know yet.
Okay.
I haven't followed it that much.
I don't know it like that for me
you
to
know what I
have
mean?
a prediction.
I'm not
I
about to
just
sit
know-
there in front like that. But obviously they have more in their chest than these dudes.
Do
know
you
what I'm
feel
saying?
like
they play more of a competitive
I don't know
style.
if that's
you
the
feel like
case.
women's college basketball should be getting the attention that they're getting right now.
Well, Caitlin Clark's a star.
They got the
Angel
star
Reese
power.
a star.
They got the star power.
Paige.
They're only getting attention because of the little feud that they had last year.
Paige.
Nah.
Paige a star. That Samoan chick's a star.
They didn't start getting attention till last year.
No, but the Samoan chicks a star. But they got a better.
Because of the feud. People like to put women against women. That's the feud.
Well, listen, it's not just a women thing.
It's more marketable when they put women against women. That's why women's basketball is
Kobe
up
and
here
LeBron
now.
have puppets?
Listen, look.
One of you?
Nobody ever paid attention to college basketball before last year.
Listen, look. There's a fundamental thing when it comes to business. Okay, controversy sells. So anytime that you can create a rivalry between somebody, even though there might not be no real rivalry amongst themselves, anytime that you can create a rivalry that people want to see, that's going to sell.
Hence last year.
Isn't it just healthy competition, though? Isn't that what we want to see?
For them,
people like to see women in cat fights. That's what
for them.
It's ain't cat fight stuff, man.
Listen,
That's not
they
cat
like
fight
to see the
stuff.
girl in their faces and all that other stuff.
Do you not think this is racially motivated? Maybe a little bit. You don't,
It
do you not,
is.
with the black girl and the white.
That's what it was
They're
last year.
always going to make the black girl the villain like this year, but that wasn't the case last year.
Because you could arguably
Yes, it was.
Racially motivated?
No, they were.
It was racially motivated.
They've been on Angel Reese's head for unnecessarily. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, look. If you watched the women's national championship last year, it was like the black girls versus the white girls. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. That's what it looked like. If you watched it, I watched the game. LSU was the black girls and Purdue was the white girls. That's what they
Was
now.
it Purdue? They played Purdue or Iowa?
They played Purdue for that national championship.
But the
Paige
whole
and them?
rivalry
No, that
thing
wasn't Purdue.
started with Iowa.
No, I'm sorry. Iowa. They played Iowa for the national championship.
Yeah,
Thank you for being here.
I think that they want, and this is what it is. I think they want Caitlin Clark to be
The star.
but
The only reason why
Angel
Caitlin Clark,
Reese, she the one who won.
She's playing the villain because she
got that copper skin. That's why we know what it is.
well, no, it's not
We know
just
what
that.
it is.
It's not just that. Okay, so one, Caitlin Clark, she has the woman's version of a Steph Curry style of play, so that already attracts people.
But I don't think that has
Hold up. And Angela Reese.
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese is vocal. She is very outspoken. She says what's on her mind, it seems, and she's not afraid to be herself. Which, for people of color, we get penalized for that.
Especially women.
Well, that's not just a women thing.
No, it ain't just
black women.
That's
It's
not
all about the attitude.
That's that, but that's not just a women thing. Like if you go down in history, you'll see that that's been a man thing too.
No, but black women always get downgraded for their attitude.
Well,
and
they
that's
like
the part
to
that she's
they
playing,
they
that
like to
wanna-
devalue the black chick, and I've noticed that with Angel Reese because her hair. You know, they did the same thing to the track star. What's her name?
Shakira Richardson.
Sha'Carri Richardson.
They was hating on her. They was hating on her. Same way. You know what I'm saying? So the Angel Reese treatment, they want Caitlin Clark to be the star.
Yes.
But they like
She
to
getting all
sweep,
the big endorsements and all the commercials.
They like
That's
to
all they
sweep
talk
under the
about.
rug that Caitlin Clark was talking greasy too. You know what I'm saying? And she was flashy too.
Yeah, they
talking
don't want to
crazy
highlight
too.
that.
You know what I mean? So that right there, I'm not feeling that. I don't like the unfairness. But
Well, look, bottom line is,
the
female college basketball game has
it's
a
more
star power.
They got better. I must say this.
They got better prospects.
players.
They got better prospects.
Better prospects. They played a better brand of basketball.
I'm not going to say that they better players because
No, what I'm
if
saying,
they
in-
was to
in-
face off against the men.
in their realm, dude. I'm talking about in their realm. I'm not talking about I'm talking about in their realm because my man's Edie. Well, what my man's? He got one rebound for North Carolina State. 1 rebound, 8 points.
What's his name? Burns, whatever his name is.
1-8.
The dude that looked like he too big to be playing basketball.
1 rebound,
but he's playing.
8 points. Come on, man. Word. Final 4 appearance. Word. I mean, what's the excuse for that?
There is no excuse.
All right, then. So
that was supposed to be the matchup of the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You over here taking pictures, posing with people. You getting your little superstar status going on. And you a big dude. Mm-hmm. And you pretty much made it this far because you were bigger than everybody else. And now you've met a match where somebody that's kind of bigger than you.
And he's not even cold, though.
And he's not even that good. Like we see this dude, like he fumbling the ball.
Man, it's crazy. I mean,
the only thing that Edie got to offer to the game is somewhat of a hook shot.
He's going to be probably top 10 in the draft. Well,
no,
I would say top 15.
He ain't.
He's
top
going.
10.
He's going first. I say
10.
this. He going first round.
He might go first round. I'll tell you this much. I'd rather just invest in a guard.
But he going first round. If he deal with Wemby, what's Wemby doing to him?
Listen, look, Wemby might not be able to get nothing in the paint, but Wemby will have his way with him in everywhere outside the paint.
He run to a Bam Adebayo, what happens?
Who? This guy?
Yeah.
Edie? He might not get to a spot that he want to.
Right.
Because like we just seen that there's some shorter guys that can keep Edie from getting close to the basket.
Yeah.
So, like, Edie, and I hate to hate on Edie. This is not a thing against Edie personally. Mm-hmm. This is a thing against the current state of college hoops, which is if college hoops would take a lesson from women's ball and see that the star power that exists in women's basketball, mm-hmm. most of them are players that stayed multiple years in college. Mm-hmm. Whereas the men's college basketball game has been full of players that, as far as their star power or guys that are clear-cut first-round picks, lottery picks, these are guys that came to college and most likely they just stayed 1 year.
Well, we talked about that before. I feel like if you're going to go to college, which you feel how you want to feel about college. I don't,
Listen, look, college is just more entertaining to watch right now just because there's more strategy involved.
I feel like it teaches the team element better, though.
Yes.
As far as team-wide, like playing the game the right way, that's what I give college credit for. Like they teach you, because it's not an individual-based game.
But are they teaching players the right way, though?
I'm talking about just basic fundamentals of basketball.
Because Edie has been in the game for, I don't know. You said he was a fifth-year senior?
No, that's the other guy, the black dude.
Burns?
Yeah.
How you been in the game for 5 years and you just relying on your size? That's what the information I was given, that he was a fifth-year senior. Let me look this up so I can confirm.
You know what I'm saying?
Because this right here is kind of embarrassing. This is kind of embarrassing. This is what we supposed to be hoping for from this is the future standpoint. Let me see here. DJ Burns. Mm-hmm. He's a senior. Mm-hmm. Let me see if it'll tell me anything about him. He's 6'9", mm-hmm. 275 pounds.
Yep.
Let me see if it tells me if he's right now it's not telling me that he's a fifth year or whatever. It just says he's a senior. Mm-hmm. So to be a senior, at minimum, you got to be in college for at least 4 years. So that alone, 4 years. You mean to tell me that for basketball, the only thing that you added to your... maybe you didn't even add nothing. Maybe all you added was just pounds. Because he wasn't this big when he played for the other team that he was on. I forget who the other team was.
Oh, he wasn't there the whole time?
No, he transferred to North Carolina State. Okay. But I don't know, man. So this is the reason why Bron wants Bronny. This is the reason why Bron wants Bronny to come out of college and come to the pros. Mm-hmm. Because he questions the college level of developing players.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying that, what I seen today, and I know it's alarming because of this. Usually, before the college season starts, you have your list of prospects, and they talking about them. This he projected as number 1. He projected as number 2. These are the top 5 guys.
And we don't have that.
We haven't heard none of that.
We haven't heard nothing like that.
Usually, we hear about who's that guy. So
a couple years ago, we was like, it was either Paolo or it was Jabari Smith. Mm-hmm. Year after that, I really don't know what the hype was. So the point is, if men's players would stay in college a little bit longer and work on their game,
or go to the G League, if you want to get paid,
the NBA product would get better over time.
Yeah.
But if we just going to isolate it to college, players need to stay in school longer and work on their game.
Well, that's why the football product is so much better. Because they got to stay a minimum of 3 years, right?
Right.
At least
minimum
3.
of 3 years. Minimum of 3 years.
3, so
that requires you to have to do some things. Mm-hmm. Which is, we can have a whole nother episode about that. Mm-hmm. Just talking about why staying in college or whatever for 3 years before you're draft eligible helps the pro game.
Yeah.
But for basketball, right now we lacking on a lot. Like right now,
more than a lot. It's a bad product. And this is the first season, like you said, it's the first season I didn't follow.
So, out of all the basketball that I've seen from college sports, I haven't seen any player that made me feel like, oh, he needs to be the number 1 pick.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, somebody gonna have to be.
But let's go back to the women's. Mm-hmm. Let's go back to the women's. Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
The female version of what we have to look at for being Steph Curry. Angel Reese. We got the Paige girl.
I think Paige and Caitlin's the 2 best cats.
And then we got the Juju girl from out of USC.
But you said she's staying.
Well, listen, look. If you a women's basketball player, stay in college as long as you can.
How do money work? Because this whole
NIL
deal,
deal,
making more money, like
pretty much right now the way it's set up, if you one of the top women's basketball players in college, you're taking a pay cut to go to the pros.
You think so?
That's horrible.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
That's terrible.
That's the way it is.
So you getting paid less to have hard nights. You know what I'm saying? To deal with.
And all of them have entered into the draft. All of them.
Well, I don't know. Juju, did she?
Well, Juju is a freshman. And Juju...
But...
Hold up.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you this. Juju was the one that they saying that she's the female version of Carmelo Anthony.
I'm going to have to watch now. You know Melo.
That's the only reason why I said that, because I know that Carmelo is your guy.
Melo's my favorite of all time.
And so Juju they saying that she's the female version of Carmelo Anthony.
I seen a little bit of her, and
she can play.
Look, when I'm like, okay, Juju. I see a little something, like, you know what I'm saying. I seen a little something. I'm like, okay, I like that.
Right.
But I didn't know that.
And given I don't know the full landscape of women's college basketball. I know South Carolina got this real tall chick, 6'7", Cardoso, something like that. She seemed to be the X factor.
Okay.
Magic Johnson commented on one of the South Carolina girls earlier in the season when he had said that she had made some move that he had never seen before or something like that.
Magic Johnson, okay.
But he was gassing her up.
Yeah, Magic, don't he he gasses a lot of people, bro.
Hey,
don't Magic do that?
He's
gonna get it.
He's a businessman.
Yeah, exactly. So he be spinning. He be lying sometimes. But salute the Magic, though. You know?
Yeah, right now they have, of course, Caitlin Clark,
Number one
Cameron Brink,
I don't know who that is.
Rakia Jackson,
I don't know who
Camilla
that is.
Cardoza.
I know who that is. She's played for South Carolina. She
Yep,
played for South Carolina.
J.C. Sheldon, Ohio State,
don't
Midwest,
know who that
baby.
Yeah.
Aaliyah Edwards.
Hold on, Ohio State, don't represent that.
I said Midwest. I said Midwest.
Rewind that. Okay,
Angel Reese.
Okay.
So those
She's a
are,
top 10 pick.
those are one of the
Gilbert
top.
Arenas podcast said that she needs to
players.
go back to college for one more year to work on the office again.
I mean, I think
I can see that.
I think that Angel Reese needs to, personally, from what I've seen from her, she get good numbers, but I think physically she don't look that strong physically. And I think if anything, she need to hit that weight room for a year.
So my thing is, what offensive game does she have?
I mean, it's not really all that, but I mean,
If you dump it down to her, like
she
what
be
can
averaging
make
like.
happen?
It ain't like she don't score down there. It's
I
just
know
not-
she good.
Yeah.
I know she good, but like she's like okay, so
Well, we all know Caitlin Clark's going to be number one.
Or
Where
at least
is
she should
Angel Reese?
I think I
gonna
seen
be
something where it
placed?
said she'd be a
Top 10, top 10.
or something.
Top 10, but where do
Because
you guys
Paige-
think she's gonna?
Paige
If you
might
think
be
she's
number
gonna be
2.
top 5,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think Paige is top 5. Paige
Okay.
yeah,
Buckman.
Paige.
She's probably gonna be like right after Angel
But
Reese.
then again, that's
I mean, not
all.
Angel Reese, but Caitlin.
That's all relevant to the style of game that the WNBA is playing. Because if they follow the trend of the NBA to where they gone away from the big man, if they like go away from the big woman,
right?
if they go away from the big woman, then Reese is a top 10 pick.
Do you think she's top 3?
Who? Reese?
Reese?
Nah.
That depends. Like what game are they playing? And
Because she is a championship winner.
yes.
You got to give her credit on that.
No,
Matt.
Angel. I like Angel Reese.
Listen.
Now, do you think she's top 3?
Okay,
as
so
far
did
as the
you
draft?
did you watch that championship game?
No.
So I watched the championship game.
Yeah, we'll break that down, bro.
It was very entertaining.
So what happened?
So I will say this. All the girls from LSU did their thing. All right. But there was a couple of girls at the guard and the 3 spot, I'm going to say, that was pivotal to them winning. I won't say that Angel Reese was a pivotal reason why they won. I would say that she did her part to make sure that she wasn't the reason why they would lose. But
she only got all the attention because of the taunting. That's it.
You really stuck on that.
That's it. That's why
I'm not
she got
stuck
the
on that,
attention.
Angel. If you
Listen.
So my question is this: do you think she will be picked over Camilla Cardoza?
No.
Because
No.
Camilla Cardoza
No.
is a 6'7" center.
No.
no.
So-
For a female to be 6'7", no, she's not going to get picked over her. Now, if she was to stay and work on her offensive game, which is she already declared from the draft, so we know she's not. But if she was to work on her offensive game, because I don't really know what offensive game she has, really. Like, does she have a fadeaway jumper?
Nah, I ain't
Does she
seen one.
have a mid-range jumper? Does she
She
have...
all her work down low from what I seen. Don't quote me on that. I'm gonna do some studies, but and get back to y'all on that. But from what I seen, it's all down low work.
So, Angel Reese is definitely a top 10 pick. It kind of just depends on which team is picking at what spot.
But I'm gonna say this, because I know that people love Caitlyn and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And then Angel Reese. But do you think any of them will be like what Candace Parker was? Because I seen Candace Parker, dog.
No.
Candace Parker was cold.
I'll answer that and say
Candace
no.
Parker is cold.
The only okay, so Caitlin Clark and
or do you even think I ain't even trying to like cut you off there? Do you think they'd be like what Taurasi?
That's what I was gonna say because Taurasi was.
Do you think Caitlin Clark could be
she
messing with
was,
Taurasi?
No.
Well, look,
she would. That's some big shoes to step in. Because she was cold.
If Caitlin Clark can mimic what Steph Curry is for the men's NBA, if she can mimic that for the WNBA, she could possibly be the biggest name in women's basketball.
You think she can surpass Taurasi?
She could surpass Lisa Leslie.
Caitlin Clark?
Man, that's a bold statement, brother.
Well,
Cheryl Swoops in them.
All I'm saying is,
why do you say
you
that?
Cheryl, you forgetting about Cheryl Swoops?
No,
Cynthia Cooper.
I ain't.
You know what I mean?
Listen. I ain't trying to disrespect none of them females. All I'm saying is, if she can be for the WNBA,
Bird and them didn't even do it.
If she can be, and this is all based on a big if she can be what Steph Curry is for the NBA, if she can be that for the WNBA, then technically she.
So you talking more impact then?
Yes,
because Steph Curry isn't the greatest.
No,
like
he's
point
not
to run this. Like he just
and it took a while
impact.
for Steph Curry.
Yes, it took a while.
And Mark Jackson gave him the shots.
Yeah, Mark Jackson gave him the keys and said, "Look."
So we need to give Mark Jackson his kudos here.
Shout
out
to
If it wasn't
Mark.
for Mark Jackson, we probably wouldn't see Steph.
Shout out
because
to Mark.
Steph was having a lot of ankle injuries, and folks don't remember. He had a lot. He was very not durable.
Which is part of the reason why I say Steph Curry is not one of those era-proof players.
No, he's not. So, but Caitlin Clark, because even you gotta think.
Because her style of play is a Steph Curry.
It's a newer type of thing. But when I look at because people want to sit there and put her, let's do it then.
How do you think her transition is gonna be?
It's gonna be rough because them black girls ain't gonna be playing.
Is her transition? No.
He said black girl.
Wait. My question is this, honey: is her transition gonna be easier than Angel Reese?
Nah, because Angel Reese, she assisted.
I don't know.
No, man. I gotta call this what it is.
Caitlin is better.
The fact that Caitlin can shoot.
I think Angel Reese would be more comparable to Asia Wilson for the Vegas.
Okay.
Las Vegas. I
Asia?
see similarities when they game a little bit.
Okay, but what has more value to the women's basketball game?
Well, right now because girl's the shooter. Remember the girl who shot against Steph Curry? What's her name?
Oh yeah, she's really good.
She can shoot, but
she's really good.
But she plays for the Liberty.
But this.
What, Andrea?
But this is the thing. Listen, I would because Caitlin Clark haven't even won a college. Okay, she ain't won no championship in college yet,
and I don't think she's going to win one.
So
I don't think
you don't think she's going to win this year.
Them women.
South Carolina got a squad.
Those chicks in the WNBA is nice. Okay, they nice. It's not. Those chicks is not. Them chicks is nice, and they not about to sit there. Like she said, cat fights. You think them females, especially the black ones, gonna be appreciating all this? They about to be. And listen, she gonna have a target on her.
Are you saying that she's gonna be like? Are you saying that she's gonna have the same target on her that Lonzo Ball did?
Yes, similar. Very similar.
But the face of basketball is changing now.
What, to white people?
I mean, it's more diverse.
I mean,
it is more diverse.
Yeah, but listen.
I mean, it's not the same.
Listen, but
so I mean,
that's not because we don't got the brothers that can play. That's because the dudes in the suit and ties. The dudes that's in the suit and ties, they don't want to go to certain places to get certain players.
They don't want to. You heard Master P say earlier. All these cats is from the hood up here. You know what I'm saying? And they don't like that. But you got the best.
Well, it's all about who's marketable
But the hood is marketable.
Because social media is where it's at now. being marketable is very important, and you can't not pluck somebody from the hood and market them.
Let me tell you this.
Hence, right, rappers are having a hard time being marketable because they keep committing crimes and going to jail.
But check it though.
And they're losing money for these record executives.
But you know how they call Russell Wilson corny?
Right.
And he's straight lace.
Correct.
Straight lace.
For what we know.
I mean, to the people eyes, he's straight lace.
Right.
Steph Curry, straight lace.
Right.
Got a wife.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's always the urban cat that's the most marketable out of everybody. You know that.
You said the urban?
Yes.
Or
every
suburban?
time. Allen Iverson, urban in the mug, and the game
just look
still
at hip hop. Just look at hip hop.
That makes him more marketable, though.
The game still look like him 30 years later.
Just look at unpopular opinion back then.
Yeah.
And social media didn't exist back then.
No, that's because
basketball stuff.
You know what I mean? But who like? Okay, let me ask you this. So would the person rather want to be like Michael Vick or Russell Wilson?
Vick.
Hold on.
Vick.
Michael Vick, but this is the thing. Hold on, let me just say this.
Russ got one ring, but we don't care.
If social media existed then like it did now, none of those dudes
I hear you.
would be where they're at.
I mean, well, we can say the same thing about Michael Jordan.
They couldn't market any of those guys.
We can say the same thing about Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah,
they couldn't market any. That is why the face of basketball and pretty much the face of sports is changing.
By the way,
of everything.
By the way, I am on board with the NBA logo being Michael Jordan. I'm on board.
Better than Jay West. I mean, you know,
I'm on board with that.
They're already sliding it in anyway because they got the Jordan. You know
what would the logo be though?
The
Jumpman logo.
Yeah, why not? But.
What if they change this to Steph Curry?
No.
Now that right there, I'll be pissed.
That's wild right there.
Shooting the three?
No.
Like, you know, at that point, I'm
That's
campaigning.
what everybody wants to do anyway.
But this
nobody wants to emulate Michael Jordan.
But
everybody wants to emulate.
He still ain't gone.
Steph Curry.
Dog, Michael Jordan goes haunt everyone still.
As much of a jerk that he is, he's on everybody's feet.
He's on the shoes.
He's on a number of people's jerseys. Even in college.
And yet they don't play like him.
But look, I was watching Complex today, and they were showing the wrestlers.
They don't dress like him. Listen. They don't talk like him.
How much of
they don't walk like him. It's all about Steph Curry and Allen Iverson.
I hear you, but let me tell you how much of an icon Michael Jordan is still. I was watching Complex today. The wrestler Triple H wrestling. They was talking about how these dudes want to wear their Jordans in the ring. Jordans. Not Steph's, not Iverson's, not Kobe's.
But they all tattooed like Iverson. Who's all tattooed like Iverson? You got everybody in sports. In all sports. You got everybody in all sports tattooed and braided up like Iverson.
I hear what you're saying, Isha. But like
honest, the other shoes don't look like Jordans.
Listen,
Curry, like Iverson, they don't look like Jordans.
I'll be straight up about this. There's only about two versions of the Jordan shoe that I personally feel. But there's no other shoe on the market that has a line out the door, people sleeping outside, waiting until the store opens, than Jordans.
For real.
And that's because, and I feel like that's because people have gone towards a more, not just we appreciate you as being a good player, but we worship you like a god kind of thing.
Josh, that's shoes only. Right.
But
when it comes to style,
clothes, Jordan shoes alone,
hairstyle, swag, all tattoos, everything else.
Ain't nobody out here trying to be bald.
Not Jordan.
Ain't nobody out here trying to be bald.
So y'all want to sit up here and give Jordan the shoes. Y'all can talk about shoes, but everything
the shoes is a fashion statement.
Not associated with Jordan whatsoever at all.
But
you can literally associate it with all of it with Allen Iverson.
You're right. But shoes is a fashion statement.
Let me ask you this question. What do people
shoes
say?
In itself, that's it. That is the only thing that Michael Jordan has.
He just has the best design.
What people say?
I don't even know if he got that.
You got them J's? They always talk about the J's.
And it's the same J's over and over and over again. It's not like he's coming out with new shoes.
But that's the thing.
But it's the people that are dumb.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They
Thank
overhyping
you.
it. And
That's the people.
honestly, I can say this. If Kanye didn't get in the trouble that he got in, Yeezys.
Nah, you violating.
Yeezy. Man, come on. Come on.
Man, like, Kanye,
Really?
Kanye shoes?
Yeezys.
I
You do
never
not
had-
understand
Crazy.
I never had
how much
Yeezys.
Yeezys was selling out. How you do not understand how much Yeezys was selling out.
that's
Folks,
fine, but-
these young folks was out here buying up Yeezys like it was nobody's business.
But Iverson, you think Iverson was it the answers or the questions?
Okay,
question.
you're proving my point.
No, I'm not.
Question.
No, I'm
You're
not.
literally
I am
proving
not
my
proving
point.
your point. But when we
You're
talk about
literally
women,
proving my
when we
point.
talk about the ladies,
Jordan was literally
How did we go here?
selling shoes only, and he had competition.
How did we get to this
You
situation?
literally had competition between
Well, listen,
Yeezys
look.
and Iverson.
I'm gonna be the first one to say that Jordan was a sleazeball when it came to a whole bunch of that stuff. When it came to like the business of the Jordan sneaker, like Jordan has shown over a number of experiences that have been reported that he's more concerned about him than the people. So look, listen, the people worship Jordan. We got to just accept that fact. There are certain people from a certain era that worship Michael Jordan. So
The people care about Jordan, but Jordan don't care about the people.
exactly. And so Jordan will release the same exact
Same
shoe,
thing as OJ.
I ain't saying all of that. But Jordan will release the same exact shoe in a slightly different color tone. And people will wait outside for 8 hours.
But it's the people that are giving him the power. If the people didn't buy it and they realized all of this stuff, then he
But
wouldn't
that's
have
the
power.
problem. That's the problem. Those people still exist. The only hope that we got for those people to not have as big as an impact is if the newer generation changes up the whole momentum and goes to a different
I don't
direction.
hear anybody saying I want to get some Zions or I'm about to go cop some Jazz. Yeah, he got Jordan. He got the
The
Jordan.
Kyries
Listen,
are
look.
nice.
Listen, look.
Kyries.
I love
Listen,
Kyries.
look.
I love
I'm
Kyries.
on board for supporting Anthony Edwards.
got some. Let me stop.
Look, man, like at the end, I don't know how we got to this part. I thought we was talking
I don't
I
know.
thought we were
I
talking
don't
about the
know.
women's basketball.
because the lady like, okay, let's veer
Listen,
back
look,
to
Angel Reese, we love you. We hope you have a.
you're not gonna get like at the end of the day. Oh yeah, it was this. Kayla Clark. Look, it's a narrative being pushed here. They
Yes.
want her to be the face. They're looking for a
Of
face.
course.
I'm not
like-
sure if she's gonna be the face though.
In the NBA,
Does
I
she
definitely
deserve?
agree.
Does she
I
deserve
definitely
to be the face of the WNBA?
Not
Oh.
yet.
What do
She
you guys
hasn't
think?
proven nothing. She
They're
hasn't.
pushing
She has.
her to be though.
I'm
They're
not putting
comparing
her over
to
no
stuff.
AJ
They're doing
I-
But
AJ
look,
Wilson.
they push a lot of people to do that stuff. They push Zion to be that. They was pushing Ja to be that, but then he picked up the guns.
These two people,
You
they're
know,
not
you
living
know
up
what I'm
to
saying? You know what I'm saying? So they can push a whole lot of people to do a whole bunch of things.
I mean-
At the end of the day, at the pro level, there's some degree of that you got to earn it.
yeah, she gonna have to handle her business. Them chicks over there ain't about to be. You know how girls is. They ain't about to be playing with her
How
at all.
likely
Like,
is she to win Rookie of the Year?
oh, it's gonna be likely.
It's gonna be like
But they do got a
it's
nice
gonna
class
be like
coming out.
They have a very nice class
Yeah,
coming
they
out.
got-
It's
If
gonna
But-
be like
if Angela Reese enters the draft, I don't know if she
It-
has.
she
She
already
did.
entered
She
the
entered
draft.
the draft.
Okay,
But
well,
she's
they're
not-
gonna pit them against each other again.
But she's
in the
not-
WNBA.
I don't like how they
Ang-
ignoring the
Angel
page
Reese-
shit.
But I'm okay with that because I feel like everybody's too chummy and friendly, and I
that's
like
what
the
made it.
old.
And
I
it
like
felt a
the.
little more old school.
I like
It felt
the
a little more old school.
way of basketball.
Yeah,
when it
let's
was
do it
true-
like Michael
true
Jordan. Let's
rivalry.
be friends, and then let's have
Just in
everybody
general,
come
in basketball
to the
general, in
court,
sports general,
and then
when it
I
was
can learn
rivalry,
your
I like the
tendencies
old
and
school
stuff
way
like
rivalry.
that. You know,
I feel like it's good. I feel like it's good.
Yeah, but the WNBA has. I don't feel like it's never ever.
Well, they need to get like that. Maybe more people will watch
I
it.
think-
Maybe
I-
more people will
Listen.
watch it.
People watch the
If they
NCAA.
kind of, went like the NBA and had that rivalry, maybe more people will watch it.
That's why people are watching the college women.
Well, good.
Because of the
good. I think it's good to have a healthy rivalry.
Because
maybe
they're putting two women against each other.
Good.
And
I feel like that's okay.
I don't think it's just because
it's okay with sports.
Hold on, they don't say that about the guys. They put two guys against each other.
Yeah, they put two guys.
Everybody has an opinion about women
it's sport.
and their attitude
it's just
and how
sports.
they want to be against
No,
each
I know
other.
how they.
It's about because they're women.
No, it's a race thing.
But I feel like we should change
partially a
the. But
race
I feel
thing,
like
but it's mostly
change the narrative
because
and take it away from.
It is sports now.
They want to put females against females.
No, but if this is,
but change the narrative. Just change the narrative and take it away from females and put it towards sports.
Pass her the mic.
They do.
Pass her the mic.
It was only.
Are they teammates?
No, it was only when Angela Reese and Caitlin Clark had that whole so-called rivalry, and Angela Reese was all in the Caitlin Clark's face and putting the hand in her face.
But
that's when it became
competition,
marketable.
right?
It wasn't before last year that NCAA women's basketball was on the map because they pitted them against each other.
But it's sports.
That's why.
But that's
the last game was like the most watched game over NBA. Over
is that a bad thing though, Andrea? Is that a bad thing?
Time out.
Is that a bad thing though, Andrea?
Time out.
It can't be a bad thing.
Time out.
It's making them money.
Time out.
Rivalries are great.
Rivalries are great. Think about Larry Bird, Magic Johnson.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where I was
It's
going.
different with women.
That's where I was going.
It's different with women.
That's exactly where I was going.
In basketball,
Because
but let's make it about sports. Take race out of it.
Hold up.
Make it about sports.
Hold up.
It's different with women.
Because hold up. Because Magic Johnson and Larry Bird's rivalry was credited for saving basketball.
Facts. And
I'm not arguing that.
Because basketball for the men's was struggling. And they was looking at it like, is this even going to be a league?
So do you think this did the same thing for the women so far a little bit?
No.
I don't know. Because you want to know why? Because WNBA was already at a deficit before they even came into the picture.
WNBA was popping though at one point.
Hold up now.
Well, at least the last
Hold up.
That's it.
According to some of the...
have you ever heard about NCAA popping like that?
Okay,
Never.
Hold up now.
Never.
But
Nobody was talking
did Magic and Bird start in the
I
NCAA?
don't care about
The Magic and Bird
I'm
started in
talking about
NCAA,
women.
and then it carried
I'm
over to the
talking
NBA.
about women.
Hold on. So
Nobody cares about women until last year.
But look, hold on, wait a second. Like, Magic and Bird started in NCAA, right? It carried over to the WNBA. It did. I mean, the NBA. So this could be the same thing.
No.
Yeah.
So
Hold up.
wait.
Word.
So you think because
Word
of this whole rivalry with Caitlin Clark
Yeah.
and Angela Reese, that's going to carry into the WNBA?
Yeah, it could possibly.
I agree with that.
I don't think it's going to carry.
It might.
I don't think it's going to carry.
because they'll be both rookies next year.
You
That
wanna
will
know why?
definitely carry.
You want to know why? I don't think it's...
100%.
You want to know why I don't think it's going to carry? Because they're going to be rookies. And they're going to teams.
They're putting them against each other again.
That's fine. But
So, yes,
they're
that's
going to
gonna
a team.
boost up ratings.
So Caitlin Clark is going to have to learn to play a role where she's not the top dog.
No, I think
And
she's going to
Angel
Indiana or something
Reese.
like that.
Who?
I think
first pick
I think it's Indiana, I believe.
this year?
I think it's Indiana.
And who's on that team? I don't know. Because they're going to both be going into a certain situation where they're not looked at as
In the WNBA, who knows?
being up there.
Who knows in the WNBA?
Indiana has the first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Indiana. So she gonna be the top
Who's
dog over
on that
there.
team?
I don't know, but it ain't gonna be bigger than Caitlin Clark.
No, but just from the standpoint of them
But-
entering the league at the first
Okay,
time,
so,
it's
like-
going to be marketable.
Okay. So she's the female version of Steph Curry, right?
Supposedly.
Maybe.
I don't
So
like
when
that
we look
comparison.
at Steph Curry's career, when he got drafted, he wasn't the top dog on the team when he got there.
But Steph Curry wasn't. He also wasn't pegged as on number one pick either.
He wasn't on anybody's radar.
He
like that.
played for what college he played for?
Davidson.
He had to get a shot. Mark Jackson had to give Draymond a shot. Steph shot and Clay. They would have got buried if it wasn't for him.
But that's what I'm saying.
This is a different
so,
situation.
Like when you look at her style of play with Iowa, she does a whole lot of the same stuff that Steph Curry already has proven to do. Because she is coming off of screens and she's just pulling up. Mm-hmm. Last night, she was 0 for 6 from the 3-point line in the first half.
I already told you what was up. I already told you how this thing can play out. You know what I mean? Like she gonna have some rough nights or rough days in the WNBA, man. Because them girls ain't gonna be playing with her.
Well, with them Vegas got all the top players right now, from what I understand.
Yeah, the aces.
Vegas got all the top players in the league right now, and I don't know what kind of impact she's gonna make to change that.
They're not beating the Aces, bro. They not beating no Aces, bro.
The Aces beat the Liberty last year.
They not beating the Aces, man.
Can they beat the Liberty?
Who?
The Liberty got
Indiana?
got the girl. No, whoever. Well, I guess it would be Indiana. Whoever it is that Caitlin Clark will be drafted to.
Indiana.
Can she make a big enough impact to where they will?
No.
Exactly.
This ain't college, brother. You gonna have to actually.
But that's what I'm saying.
But she probably win Rookie of the Year though. It's gonna be between her and Paige. I don't think it's gonna be with.
Can she keep up the pace with the WNBA?
Yep, because she's a shooter.
She's a modern day style of player.
Can Angel Reese keep up that pace?
Angel Reese gonna have a little more.
With her
issues.
current style of play, she can. Now, if she tries to add like a post game kind of player ish kind of style, then she might have some adjustments to do.
Caitlin Clark gonna adjust quicker because she is a shooter. Angel Reese gonna have more of a. It's gonna take a little bit more to get it acclimated.
The reality is,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely gonna tune in for the WNBA draft
Salute
this
to
year.
you.
I'm not.
Salute to you.
I'm gonna tune in.
Salute.
I am excited.
I'm not about to lie on the
No,
airwaves.
because guess what? You know what? We always because guess what? We always talk about women need to support women. This is the opportune time. This is the golden
Why is this a time though? Why is this a time, Misha?
Because this is where the spotlight is now a women's sport.
Two women against each other.
No,
it's not just about
that. It's not about that. It's sports. What do you think it is? It's sports. It's a competition.
It has to be that.
What we supposed to be doing? Holding hands and jumping over the rainbow? It's sports competition.
It's not just that.
Two women are against each other is because it's marketable.
Well, I'm tuning in and I am supporting women. I am definitely going to be supporting.
Good for you.
Larry versus Magic.
This is because
that was
women.
the whole reason why that came
gender.
off.
Listen,
It's a whole different thing that comes with gender.
So you're not watching.
So
I'm not
you
watching.
saying that because women are not in the kitchen washing dishes and cooking dinner?
Huh?
Oh,
what? Josh, brother. Hey, man, let me take this.
All right, let's go on to our next topic.
no.
This one.
I'm saying that about what she said.
Brother, like that.
Well,
I'm saying that about what she said.
okay.
Hey, y'all.
I'm saying that about what she said.
Hey.
So
Because look. I'm saying that because of what she said.
You can't blame that on me.
Dog.
These are your own views.
Where did the dinner come in from?
But that's what you said. But that's what you said.
I never said anything about women.
You wanted to overinflate women controversy.
No, like look, it's just sports and that's all it is.
It's not.
It has to be
It's
a
not
versus.
sports.
She wanted to overinflate women controversy.
So it has to be a versus. Because you had...
There's a reason why every time that they showed the two teams playing against each other, they showed last year about how Angela Reese was all in Caitlin Clark's face and putting the hand in the face.
But that was a black and white thing.
And then this
That
year,
was a black
they
and
was
white
hugging
thing.
and everything else, and they was so nice.
That
It's
was a
about
black and
women.
white thing.
No,
Last
it's about
year,
women. It has nothing to do with basketball.
Last year,
It has
LSU.
nothing to do with basketball.
Can I speak?
No, it doesn't.
Can I speak? Can I speak?
Go ahead.
Can I speak? Okay, so last year's women's championship basketball game, LSU versus Iowa, it looked like black women versus white women.
It's not. I don't feel like it's a race thing.
It definitely is a race thing.
It definitely is a race thing.
It's 100% a race thing.
Race plays into it because they're making Angela Reese the villain. But the two women being put against each other, I don't feel like that's
they not against each other like that.
It's not just sports. It's not just sports.
Yo,
it's not just sports.
Okay,
they not really against each other like that.
So it's Bird versus Magic.
The media
What's that?
is putting them against each other.
Hold on, wait a second. What's Bird versus Magic?
White versus black.
Okay. What's Isaiah versus Jordan? Hold on, let's go down this list here. What's Isaiah versus Jordan?
Rivalry.
What's Kobe versus LeBron?
Rivalry.
That's not a race thing.
No,
it's sports.
It's sports.
What's Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady?
The point is they listen.
But I'm saying that women's college basketball only became big when they were putting two women against each other.
So my question, wait.
So what's the difference between women's and men?
Andrea,
because they're women.
Andrea, if Caitlin Clark was black, would this have gotten much attention by the media?
Yes.
How?
So is it?
Do you know how much of a field day the media would have had if they were two black women?
No.
With the attitude?
So is it a race thing?
It's a race thing. So it goes to
is it race thing?
It's
if you feel like
race.
if you okay.
Would they rather
don't feel like
would they rather have Caitlin Clark to face or Angel Reese?
Of course Caitlin Clark.
Why?
Yes, that part is a race thing. But I'm not saying the two women against each other is primarily a race thing.
I mean, this is not making no sense.
Listen,
man.
okay.
How's it not making sense?
Okay, guys, we need to move on.
I'm not saying race is not a part of it.
No. We still have two more topics. So no,
we got two.
Life of a professional athlete.
On the F&S podcast, we are 100% authentic.
Facts.
Yes.
We are not going to limit ourselves.
No, we're just trying to stay. No, you wanted the wives to come on to keep you guys on topic.
You're right.
So we are keeping you guys on topic.
Let's keep paradise
life of a professional athlete. So I'm not sure what you guys wanted to cover completely as far as life of a professional athlete.
So the whole thing about that is most of the professional athletes in the world have been men. So the whole thing about that is how does that impact the life of his family, the life of his wife, the life of his kids? How does that impact his
sacrifice? It's all sacrifice.
So that goes into play, like, you know what I'm saying, I drive trucks. I'm not allowed to go over the road.
Exactly.
So would that be different if I was in the NBA?
But with all due respect.
No, I mean, a person
millions of dollars every year.
So that changes things?
Also the cheese?
So that changes
So the cheese?
So that changes things?
You make six figures
If Matt
on the road.
was making $90 million a year, would he be allowed to go on the road?
I mean, he wouldn't have a choice. That's his dream.
Okay. So
that's his career. And I would have to just go with him.
If I was making six figures, I make six figures on the road.
And I would have to have a job to where it allows me to travel with him, just like I have a job now that would allow me to travel with him.
But would you have to have a job?
Yeah, I would choose. My job now would allow me to travel with him, you know.
Some women like to work. Not all women like to
I don't particularly like to work.
I'm not. Listen,
But my husband would divorce me if I didn't work. So whether my husband, if he was making $90 million a year, he would still be like, where your job at? So,
have y'all heard me say this?
I still have to keep a job.
I'm cut from the cloth like this.
Wait a minute.
If I'm making all the bread, if I'm making all the bread,
would you still expect for me to work if you were making $90 million a year?
$90 million.
Would you still expect her to work?
Yeah, would you still expect for me to work?
A year.
No, would you still expect for her to work?
I didn't say that.
A
No,
year.
answer the question. Yes or no? Would you still expect for me to work?
$90 million.
I'm trying to get.
You see how he dodged the question?
$90 million a year.
would not expect her to
You
work.
making more than Steph Curry, LeBron James, Michael
I
Jordan.
would not.
He lying.
He said
I've
he
never
wouldn't.
said that. I would not expect her to work.
I would still work.
I never said I.
It wouldn't be full time.
Listen,
I
look,
would
the
never-
only thing that I would expect is the house to be spick and span. When I come home, I want a hot plate and I want my laundry done. That's the only thing that I would expect.
Josh, you know what? I used to think that was very sexist and rude. I will mop, sweep, vacuum. I hate it. I don't want to work full time. I hate it.
Listen,
I hate
it
it.
is
I will
what it
mop
is.
and sweep, vacuum the
Listen,
floors.
it is what it is.
No. 90 million a year, you could pay somebody to do that for you.
I mean, I know.
So what do I need you for?
Listen, even
Hey,
if it,
Wait. So you're saying a woman is only good because she can cook
he
and
didn't
clean?
say that.
I did
Yes,
not
he
say
didn't
that.
say that. No.
I did not say that.
That brother
Thank
didn't
you.
say that. He
Thank you. Have my back. Have my back on that.
didn't say that.
He already
say
dapped
that.
me.
You
He
heard that
already
wrong.
dapped me.
No. That wasn't said. No.
What do I need you for?
No.
He just said that.
Josh about to get in the
Let me
doghouse.
translate this. Let me
Translate.
No,
Translate.
no,
Translate.
no,
Hold
no,
up. Time out. Let him translate. Let him translate. Let him translate.
Wait,
Let
hold
him
on.
translate.
Let's give Josh a chance to explain himself.
So translation.
Okay, Josh,
a
go-
woman is only good to cook and clean.
No.
Hey,
Disagreement.
That's what you should
Strongly disagree.
Let's give
Strongly disagree.
Let's give your husband a chance to.
Strongly
not-
disagree.
Okay, Josh, go ahead and explain.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's break this down. Come
Okay,
on.
if you relying on me to be the breadwinner to pay for all the bills and everything like that, then my thing is you got to bring something to the table to make this family complete. You got to bring something to the table to make the family complete. Do you want my money to pay for a maid to where she cleans, to where she cooks, to where she washes the clothes?
You can afford it.
This is a 90 million salary.
Yes.
Even if I can afford it, okay, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you just here to look good? Are you just here to be my trophy wife, essentially? Because at the end of the day, this is not only
Hey, I don't listen. That's a point. Look, hey, I'm not disagreeing with that point exactly. Like, you know, because
So you're
we
in a
don't.
sense.
No. Wait.
That a woman's
Please.
only good.
no, that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
No.
That's not what I said.
What being said here?
Exactly. Thank you.
Let's
You said what else?
Hey.
are you trying to do?
Alley-oop.
You just said what else is she gonna do?
No. That's not the case.
No.
No, that's not the case. Now, if you got goals, right? Let's bring this back here. So, say for instance, you don't want to clean none of them. Cool. So, what goals do you have? Cool. Let's put some money towards your goals. You want a business that you're trying to do here? What's your dream? Let's go ahead and apply some of this money to your dream. You can't just sit here. You can't not just sit here.
Why not?
Huh?
So you mean to tell me that women should be able to just sit back and enjoy the life from the fruits of my
I
labor?
helped you build your career.
How did you help me
I
build?
was here from the beginning.
No, but wait, hold on, wait.
What does that mean?
But what
Any
goals?
woman could have did that.
What goals? I know you got to have
Any
some
women.
sort of.
So okay, you can go out on the street and get any woman, any woman, and support you. Then you can go and do that.
So how
And
are
be
you
happy.
supporting me? So how are you supporting me?
Hold on, let's-
Explain that in detail. How are you supporting
Let me
me?
Mills Lane referee this. Look, hold on. Now, I just want to. You have to have some sort of dream or something that you want to do in your life.
You
right?
can't be dead weight.
Something. There had to
You
be
can't be
something
dead weight.
you want to do. So if there's something that if I'm making $90 to $100 million, right?
Hold up.
Cool.
Time out.
If I'm working 90 million,
Time out. Time out.
In beginning in
Time out.
high school,
Time
or
out.
am I coming in when
Time
you're
out.
making $90 million?
Time out.
Hold on, no, wait.
Let's look at everybody's grandmothers. What do they do? What do they bring to the table?
Now that depends if you have one.
If you have a grandmother that you can look at, what does she do? What is she like? What is her
We need
expertise?
to establish what century of grandmothers we're talking about. We're talking about the grandmothers now. We already know they outside. They not taking care of the grandchildren no more. They not cooking for the whole family every Sunday.
First of all,
doing that.
listen, look. I don't want to disrespect any era of grandmother, but I'ma just say whatever era of grandmother that exists right now.
Grandmothers today is not the grandmothers you talking about.
The grandmothers, the grandmothers that exist
not.
today.
They're
Hold
not
up.
the same
Can I get it
grandmothers.
out? Can I say it?
Go ahead.
Can I say it? The grandmothers that exist today is not touching my grandmother. My grandmother. My grandmother. My grandmother was the rock of the family. My grandmother was capable of bringing the whole family together, all because she cooked a meal.
Yes.
And hold up. Don't cut my grandmother short. Because my grandmother in my eyes is top tier.
Yes.
Listen,
Hold up.
my grandmother right here, so I say.
Hold
You know
up.
what I mean? Like,
Hold up. Time out.
You guys are in your 30s.
Hold up.
Hey, don't try to put my age out there like
Hold
that.
up. Hold up.
Play me like that. Hey.
Hey.
Hold
My
up.
grandmothers are in
Don't
their
cut my grandmama short.
70s, 80s.
Y'all cutting my grandmama short.
Those are not the same
My
grandmothers
grandmama
today.
was an excellent person at cleaning, at cooking, at organizing things. My grandmother was an excellent disciplinarian.
But yo, hold on though, right now. Look, see, this
Hold up now. Let me make something clear. Just because the standard of being a grandmother has lowered over time,
It's changed. Not
No.
necessarily lowered.
it's
changed.
definitely lowered. It's
Changed.
definitely lowered.
It's changed.
It's definitely lowered.
because the women are having children earlier, which makes the grandmothers
those
younger.
are decisions.
What's different about that?
Those are decisions.
What's different about
Those
that?
are decisions.
Can I say something?
Huh?
Women have been having
I-
children
What's
at a
up?
young
Can I say
age
something? What's
forever.
What's up? What's up?
I work 2 full-time jobs.
Thank you. Give me high five.
Hold on, wait. No, hey.
It sucks.
That clap that
I
y'all
would
heard,
like
that was me and Isha giving high five. That clap that y'all heard was me and Isha giving high five.
full-time jobs.
Give me another high five.
Feminism.
Don't block. No hate.
Feminism is for. I will take feminism and throw it in the trash.
hours
It
a day
is
I
for
work?
the wolves.
How many hours a day I work?
That don't matter.
It sucks.
I will wipe the wall.
It does
Listen,
matter.
I will wipe walls
does
matter.
matter.
I will do
I
dishes.
work like two.
I will mop the floor. I will cook every meal you want. I hate it.
Listen, and let me be clear.
Whoever came up with this feminism movement need to be shot in the head.
I want to be clear about something here.
I hate it.
I want to be clear.
Sucks.
I do not expect. I do not expect.
I would listen. If my husband want me to wear apron
I ain't never
with
said that like that.
stilettos
You know my
or
mom said.
flats or whatever with an
Listen.
updo on, I don't care.
I
This working
want
world
to be
sucks.
clear.
I hate
What you
it.
saying?
I hate it.
I want to be
My
clear.
husband is a feminist. I'm
I
not.
want to be clear. I do not come into every woman thinking that they should be.
I was standing
XYZ.
all day.
Every relationship is different.
Right.
Yeah.
Some men prefer to be the cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I have nothing against
You got some
it.
cold chefs though,
Some men
Mo-
prefer to be
The
that.
most chefs are men.
Chefs are men.
Most chefs
and
are
they
men.
be official.
And
Yeah, they're very
people
good,
want to
yeah.
overlook that.
Yeah.
I can
I'm
cook.
not overlooking that.
Very
Okay,
upset people.
I don't need a woman to wash my clothes. I know how to do that.
Listen, Matt, if you told me to quit work and I just wash your clothes, listen, anytime, whenever my husband is ready and he tell me to quit, I'm ready.
You know what that requires?
I am ready.
You know what that requires?
What?
Me going over the road.
That ain't happening.
But you know what? But you know what? In this common era,
that ain't happening. You gotta be home with me every night.
In this common era of life,
as much as I hate working full time, as much as I work, I cannot be away from you like that.
Right.
You can't work. Yeah. No.
Yeah, but if you
no, it's not.
90 milli though.
No, it's not.
Let's go back to this 90 milli talk.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Alley-oop. Slam dunk it. Slam dunk it. Slam dunk it.
What are you talking about?
Hold on. Why can't I help you with your goal? You ain't got no dream?
Hey, you gonna help me?
Yeah, if I had 90 million. So what was the thing you wanted to do for, you know what I'm saying, in your life? Let's go ahead and finance that. What's the problem?
Well,
hold on.
You know I want to help my
What
community.
was the subject, Louisa, that we were supposed to be on?
Life of a professional athlete.
This is in that because you got
so
people that's
do you
just
think
with them.
that, okay, I have a question. Do you think that professional athletes like basketball players,
They
NFL
get used
players,
and abused.
do you feel like their wives should have jobs?
Yes.
All of them.
They need to have some, because this is the thing.
Go ahead, Josh.
Professional athletes. Hold on, let me answer this.
I'm letting him finish.
Professional athletes can be finicky because they got a lot of women.
Okay.
So you better have something you doing just in case this can't leave you.
What if they have kids like Tom Brady?
What you mean?
Go ahead, Josh.
Well, first of all, I don't support the professional athletes that like to sleep around with 100,000 different women.
That's all of them.
Ha. Hold up.
Brian doing that?
Hold up.
You know he doing it.
Hold up.
I'm not even going there.
Hold up.
The only professional athlete who did not do that was
You
Grant
didn't
Hill.
let me finish.
Because that's what the Vixen said in her book.
Okay.
You didn't let me finish.
Go ahead, finish.
Go ahead.
Finish that.
But if you a female and you choose to come into a professional athlete's life, and you know that this dude sleeps around, first of all, you can't complain about him cheating on you because you knew that was the story before you came in the picture. Second of all, with these relationships that come into the picture, you can't expect any relationship to have any sustenance and to last for a period of time without you bringing something to the table.
So you're saying that women with a lot of money can't be loyal?
I didn't say a woman with a lot of
I'm sorry,
money.
men with a lot of money.
Well, what about LeBron James' case? Because wasn't him and his wife dating when they were in high school?
Yeah.
They high school sweethearts. As far as we know. I'm doing the exclamation points
that
with both of my
goes for
hands.
Steph Curry too. They dated when they were.
As far as we know, they kept a clean slate. So let's just assume they kept a clean slate, just for the sake of. Because they provide the money that pays for your house, that pays for your car, that pays for your bills, whether it be your phone, that pays for your clothes.
So we're disregarding the taking care of the kids part?
No, I never said that.
Man, that's real.
I never said that. So why do you like to put words in my mouth?
So, Josh, what do you think about LeBron James' wife? I think her name's Savannah, starting this podcast now.
She got a podcast?
She got a podcast?
Yep.
Word? About
That's
what?
pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
About what?
I'm not
And
sure,
guess
but
what?
she's getting.
Hold on. Don't
She's getting some hate about it.
Steph's wife, ain't she a chef? She got her
Listen,
own thing on the side.
Hold up.
She do her own thing. So if they was divorced, she's still straight.
Shout out to Savannah, because one thing that I do appreciate about Savannah is she will not take pictures with male fans alone.
Why she fans? Of what?
She will not take pictures of male fans alone. She will not take pictures with male fans. I do appreciate that.
Clarify why you're giving her a shout out for that.
The reason why I'm giving her a shout out for that is because that's the ultimate way of showing respect to your man. you're not going to get caught in a single shot with another man that's not your man.
So shouldn't that carry over to your man?
I'm not saying that you're wrong in that.
That Jeannie Buss situation looked crazy.
It do.
But she was,
It
do.
do.
Man, like that looked crazy.
But in LeBron's defense, in every last one of them shots, you don't see him embracing not
his
one
arms
of them.
was folded, like
He was not embracing not one of them. They was all over him, but he was not all over them.
True.
Now,
yeah. Hey, look, I get it. I'm just saying, like, look, the whole 90 million and
if I make 90 million,
a person just existing in the crib, if I got kids. Now, look, I say this. If I got kids, that's different. If we got kids.
It matters at what point the person entered into your life.
But if we got kids, that's different. If there's no kids,
Okay,
there's
there's
doing
no such a thing as nannies. You can have a whole wife and you got 3, 4, 5 kids. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. When you make that amount of money, you can have a nanny.
So let's have a realistic conversation.
That doesn't necessarily mean that the wife is doing everything for the kids. She
You're
can
right.
still be sitting back doing nothing.
You're right. But at the same point in time,
judgment call, though. A guy.
At the same point in time, was you encouraging your man to be up in the layup line? Was you encouraging your man to put up 500 shots a day? Was you encouraging your man to put up 300 shots from the corner?
So what if I was?
You wasn't.
What difference does it make?
That's the point. You wasn't.
I said, what if I was? What difference does that make?
There is no what if.
You're the one putting in the work.
Say it again. Say it again.
You're
Say it
the
again.
one putting in the work.
Say it again.
What difference does it make if I'm the one encouraging you or not?
Wait a minute.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
What difference does it make if I'm the one encouraging you or not?
Hold on.
It makes no difference.
Say that first part again.
It makes no difference.
Say that first part again, baby.
No difference.
Say that first part again.
You're gonna do what you're gonna do anyway.
Say that first part again.
Wait, hold on.
Say that first part again.
Yo, what do you mean? Hold on, wait a second. Now, let's bring this back. Y'all.
She said you was the one that was putting in the work.
That's never been a debate.
So I just gotta know this. What is?
I hope y'all enjoying this.
Right, this is gonna be a crazy episode. Like, yo,
It's like a crazy episode.
what's so wrong if a cat making a 90 milli piece, supporting your dream? So what dream you had growing up before I came in your life? What you had to want to do something.
You wouldn't have.
Wanted to do something.
You wouldn't have this 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom,
What are you saying?
3,000 square foot home if it wasn't for
Now
me.
you helping me.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like so. Let's go ahead and finance that. So you can
Hold on. Let's ask the real
I
question.
want to be at home doing nothing.
Who's more easily to be replaced?
I ain't say, yo. I didn't.
I'm easily replaceable.
No. He didn't say that.
I'm a whole wife.
No. He didn't
I'm a whole wife.
No.
And you are replacing me?
No, he didn't say that.
I'm taking half.
I didn't say
I'm
that.
taking half.
Yo, he didn't say that. Hold on, y'all. He didn't say that. Wait, no. He did not say that
Yes,
at
he
all.
did.
No, he didn't say
Now,
that.
we don't want nobody going home.
I just asked the question.
No, he didn't
We
say
don't want
that.
nobody going home upset.
He did not say that. No.
Josh, take that back.
No.
Josh, take it back. We don't want nobody going home upset.
He didn't say that. No,
I don't think he meant it like that. I don't think you. Hey, can
No.
you please rephrase
He did
that?
not say that.
Can you please rephrase that? What do you
He
mean?
didn't. He
Wait,
talking about
wait,
these
wait,
dogs
wait.
on the street.
Honey.
No,
Let's get Josh a chance to clarify.
got this.
Josh,
I got
clarify that.
I got
please.
this. No, I got this.
Please.
Hold on. Let me bring it
Clarify
back. I got
that.
this.
Please
Hold on.
clarify that,
Hold on.
Josh.
Hold on.
What do you mean by that?
Hey, I got this. I got this. He talking about this. Hold on. He He's talking about these bras on the streets.
Exactly.
He's not talking about his wife.
Exactly.
He's talking about no. It's all good.
Exactly.
He's talking about these chicks on the streets.
He's talking about these bras on the street.
No.
He is not talking about audience. He is not talking about his wife. He is talking about these bras on the street.
No, you're not.
You're not. You're not replaceable. You're not. No, not at all. He's not talking about you, honey.
That's not the case.
You are not replaceable.
I'm not talking about wives. I'm not talking about wives.
I understand the language. He's talking about these bras off the street that you meet.
Thank you.
That walk up on you and you already got the money. That's what he's talking about.
Why?
No, he wasn't. He's not talking about you.
No, I'm saying
He's not talking about you.
In the
No.
context,
He's not talking
about why.
Josh, clarify this.
No, that's not the case.
You want me to clarify it?
Yes.
Come on, man.
I will clarify
He's
it.
talking about these bras on the
Clarify.
street.
First of all, when I go before God and I declare you as being my wife, you not replaceable by any stretch of the imagination. But before you came in the picture as being even the woman that I would entertain to go down that line, if I got 90 million, there's a bunch of women that's fighting for your spot. Not saying that
So now I'm competing.
But to
I'm
me,
supposed to be your one and only.
but to me,
Now you're considering all these other people.
no.
Apparently, I'm competing with all these other women just out here on the street.
No, but to me,
The lyrics compete. It's going over your head. That's not the case.
to me, there was no competition.
Oh, really?
Oh, there ain't none at all.
To me,
Yo, man. I knew we should do this.
But yeah, it's a crime because I'm sitting at home, not cooking and cleaning. for you.
That's not the case. Listen, hold on.
Josh values you. Okay? He loves you.
I don't know.
No, Josh tell me all the time.
At this point, I
He tell me all the time.
You are he will
All the time.
fight somebody.
He will mess somebody up for you, 100%.
Listen,
Can't nobody
look.
approach you 2 feet. Like,
for my wife, the woman that I chose,
word up.
best
don't know.
believe.
We're talking this way. We're talking about you making
Hold up.
90 million.
Hold up.
This it.
Hold up.
It needs-
Let's get things back in
What if we
perspective
got
here.
sponsors? Then what?
I could care less about sponsors.
No, what I'm saying is this.
Hold
It's
on.
a possibility. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Handle your business.
For my wife in place,
Okay.
which is I don't want no other replacement. I'll do any and everything.
Easily replaceable.
No.
I'll do any and everything to protect her spot in my life.
Word up.
We all know that. We all
100%.
yes.
I'm just speaking from the perspective of players that don't have what I got.
Facts.
Yes.
Andrea, just listen to that part. That's not. I know he may not have break it down the way you wanted to break. It's all good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's more of a.
I've heard these conversations before. So
This is more of a lyrical.
Like a generalization.
Yeah, it ain't. It's
In
not a-
general,
It's not a DMX approach. It's more of a Ras-Cass approach. So just, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to play me like that.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who Ras-Cass is.
It's more of a Kendrick Lamar approach. You know
Okay, there we go.
what I'm saying? So, you know, it's kind of.
listen, look, I don't need Kendrick Lamar to speak for me. Okay? I love my wife.
Yeah.
I'm not choosing no other woman before her.
You don't have a chance.
right
But for
now,
you young
No,
bucks,
it's no
No,
chance.
ever.
No, it's no chance.
for you young bucks,
let's
you
see
better
if he makes
hope.
90 million.
No,
who
it's
he's
no
picking.
chance. It's no chance.
no.
Look,
For you,
if the pod blow up, guess what? Hold on. Yo, look. If the pod blow, Andrea gonna have a rock on her hand and she gonna lean to the side like that.
There you go.
You feel me? It ain't gonna be for nobody else. She gonna have a big old ring that.
For you young bucks.
Word up.
For you young bucks that's out there getting your social media woman that's whatever she is, she's a bunch of plastic. I got an all-natural woman sitting next to me right now.
And she look good.
Right.
And she look good.
Beyond good. She look better than what y'all choose.
Exactly.
Okay?
So
I'm not choosing y'all options over what I got. There's a reason why I put a ring on my finger.
Josh is the worm right now.
Okay?
It's the way to clean up them boards, brother.
But for y'all brothers that's out there that's looking for something that's what I got. I got a certain like checklist.
You have a checklist.
No, you don't. Look, Josh, man, look.
For them. For them. Not for me. Not for me. For them.
No, you said you have a checklist.
No. You meet all the checklists. That's all. What he's saying is,
You got the ring.
you check everything.
You check everything off.
You check all the boxes.
I went before God
That's
and
salute.
I said, look.
Word to Royce the 5'9", you check all the boxes. Every
Look.
box.
I went before God.
Royce the 5'9" have to do this.
Cause he checked.
Because
his thing
Royce
is
the
checking boxes.
5'9" is from Detroit.
Facts, Michigan all day. He talked about checking boxes as an MC.
Listen,
He
look.
checked the boxes as his wife. 100%.
My wife checks the
Yes.
boxes that's important to me. And she checks more than that. So I could care less.
Bonus tracks.
But for y'all that's looking for something,
Yeah, she's smiling at him now. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well,
smi-
I guess we can segue to relationships.
I mean, we already covered all that
This is our last
because money is not.
if the
key.
male is the athlete in the home, if the male is the athlete in the home, how does that affect the family life?
I mean, you gotta have. In
The
my
woman
opinion,
has to hold it down.
in my opinion, you have to be secure
Of course.
because, like, say for instance, if you dated a dance, a big shot, bruh. You slide that to the side. But like, let's say for instance, if Josh played baseball,
year.
you know he going for 162 games
I can't play baseball
minimum.
for nothing.
But I'm just saying that's what is it, 180 to 162. Either way it goes is
Whatever it
it is.
is.
So how you feeling about that?
She going with him.
What if you can't?
She will.
What if
Doc
you can't?
Rivers said that Tim Duncan can't bring
And if
his
I'm
wife
sitting
and his
at home
family on the
doing
road.
nothing, I have nothing else to do but to go with him.
We going.
Exactly.
I don't care what Doc Rivers said. Doc Rivers can kick a bucket and die.
That's part of
I'm
the
going.
reason. That's part of the reason
With my
why
husband.
T-Mac. That's part of the reason why T-Mac is not on Matt's list of undisputed Hall of Famers.
T-Mac's one of my favorite players.
Yes, but you also said that he's not a Hall of Famer.
But he's in the Hall of Fame. So, boom.
That's the
Anyway,
only reason why
he's
I said
in the
that.
Hall of Fame.
That's the only reason why I
He's
said
in
that.
the Hall of Fame.
That's the only reason why I said
But he's
that.
in the
Because he
Hall of
deserved
Fame.
it.
I don't give a crap what Doc Rivers say. If my
Because
husband,
Doc
wherever my
Rivers don't
husband
even
go,
know the
I'm
situation.
going. I don't give a
Because
freaking
Doc
crap.
Rivers was the one
guess what?
that
Guess
blocked
what?
that whole thing
Guess
from
what?
happening.
Let's skip all the NBA. My husband, wherever he do, that I'm there. Wherever.
I never said that wasn't the case.
Wherever.
When did I say that wasn't the case?
I'm there. I don't
But
care
when
what
did I say that
nobody
wasn't the
say.
case?
I don't care what nobody say. Matt and I have been together for 18 years.
Okay. but
Wherever
when did
I'm going,
That's
wherever he
older than
go,
some of y'all
I'm
been
going.
alive.
Yes,
When-
we
when-
have been through a lot together. Ain't no boss or no job gonna tell me that I can't go with my
When did I say that
husband.
wasn't the case though? Why
Period,
did he
point
play
blank.
that? You know what I'm saying? I never said that.
Doc
I-
Rivers can go jump off a cliff. You know.
You know, Doc Rivers has a worse record than Adrian Griffin, just so you know.
You know. I bring Doc Rivers
Facts.
his stats.
That's facts.
How about that? How about I
Well,
bring him his stats?
Listen,
How
look,
about that?
I'm gonna tell you this much
You
about
wonder
Doc
why I
Rivers.
don't want to go into relationship talk.
Yeah. No, I don't mind going to relationship.
I don't like it.
I don't mind it.
It goes left.
Because I feel like a lot of people.
Listen, look.
I feel like there's a lot of single people who are not in relationships. They are delusional.
Instagram.
Yes.
Listen, look.
Yes.
I'm gonna be on record to saying that I'm not against Doc Rivers.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like he hasn't been dealt the best hand.
But he hasn't made the wisest decisions either.
No.
He's made terrible decisions.
Now, some of his decisions have been like, I don't know if you call it desperate or anything else. But when you dealt with a lesser hand, and then you have to go against the likes of somebody that has the big joker, the little joker, the deuce of diamond, and the deuce of spade. And you sitting over here, you just got the king of spade and the jack of spade, and you over here like, I don't know how I can compete with this outside of causing something.
Yeah, but then there's just some decisions that Doc Rivers had.
Listen, how good was Blake Griffin?
Blake Griffin.
How good was Blake
They
Griffin?
asked that. You know, Chris Broussard and Rob Parker asked how much is Vince
Blake Griffin wasn't that good.
They asked to be better than Vince Carter.
No, he's not better than Vince Carter.
But
You want to know
see,
why?
so-
Because
so-
okay,
And
so
I feel like
let's say this.
okay.
So let's say this.
So
He got the same stat
no.
line
I
as
got a
All-Star
question. I got a
players.
question. What did Blake Griffin do for the Pistons? Because I felt like Blake Griffin
No,
did.
I got a
absolutely
better
nothing
question.
For the Pistons.
I got a better question. What's Blake Griffin's go-to move on offense?
Nothing.
Exactly.
But they said he got the same about the same amount of All-Star appearances.
Listen, look, Vince Carter, I get he may not have it in his chest,
Oh, now you admit it.
but he has more in his toolbox than what Blake Griffin
Matt,
does.
would you take Blake Griffin over Vince Carter?
Let me hear this.
would.
Let me hear this. Let me
answer
hear
the
this.
Question.
Spotlight
Would you take
on
Blake
you.
Griffin over Vince
Spotlight
Carter?
on you.
Would you
Spotlight
answer the
on
question?
you.
For once, answer the question straight on.
Blake
You-
Griffin
you
over
like to-
Vince
It's a
Carter.
yes or no
You like to
question.
tap dance and
Blake
cartwheel
Griffin
questions.
over Vince Carter.
Answer the question.
Somebody that can't do
Answer
nothing
the
but
question.
dunk.
Do you would
Versus
you take
somebody that
Blake
has the
Griffin
whole
over
toolbox at
Blake
their
Griffin over
disposal.
Vince Carter?
Why you throw me under the bus?
Answer the question.
She's not throwing you under the bus. She asking you an honest
As your
question.
wife, answer the question. Answer the
It's a
question.
yes or no question.
Yes or
Hold on.
He does this every time.
Can we give him
Every
some
time.
room to breathe?
Why
Don't
we
give him. That's the
please-
worst thing to do.
Can we
Don't give him
please-
room to breathe. That's
Can
the
we
worst thing to
please-
do. I'm telling you. Don't give him room to
Please,
breathe.
can we give him
Yes
room to
or
breathe?
no,
Why y'all- why
right
y'all
now?
Yes or no?
Would you take Blake Griffin over
Listen,
Vince
look,
Carter?
me
Yes
and
or no?
you are in unison here, okay?
Yes or no?
So let's let him have the time to
No,
answer
because
this question.
no. All he gonna do is talk. Yes or no?
Listen, Matt,
Watch-
I just
watch
need
him
you to
talk.
say.
Watch him. If you gonna give him room,
Wait a
watch
minute.
him talk and then
Let me-
not.
I
not
just need
answer
you to
the
say.
question.
I just need you to say
Yes or
Blake
no?
or VC.
Let me ask you this.
See, I knew he was
No,
gonna ask a
no question.
No.
No
Yes
questions.
Or no.
No,
Would you take
no
Blake Griffin
questions.
over Vince Carter? Yes or no?
No questions.
Let me ask you a question.
No,
ahead, go ahead and answer it.
no
Yes or no?
questions.
Does it matter what team I have?
No,
Oh my
no questions. No questions.
It don't matter what team I have?
No
or
questions.
no?
Matt,
No
would you-
questions.
It's just a blanket question. Would you
No,
take,
no
no?
questions.
Would you take Blake
No
Griffin
questions.
over Vince Carter?
You starting a franchise from scratch, and you have them two to choose from.
Yep. Prime.
Vince Sanity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
you.
Finally.
Half
Finally.
man, half amazing. We gotta win.
But they're neither one of them Hall of Fame. Supposedly.
Well, that's debatable
Vince
for
in
one
the
of
Hall of
them.
Fame now, so I mean,
Vince Carter's already in the Hall of Fame, so
now
you
he
can't
is,
say.
but salute to mind you, this is no slight to nobody. I'm just saying.
Listen, look, we can go down a whole bunch of resumes of players that don't have the resumes that be a Hall of Famer. If we was to only
That's
go
like
by
saying Biggie the greatest rapper with 2 albums.
you know, if
Okay,
you know,
I don't
if
know
we
about
was to go by accolades, if we was to go by championships, John Haklovich would have a better resume than Michael Jordan.
Bill Russell had a best resume out of everybody.
Did you hear what I
Bill
just
Russell.
said?
Bill.
Did you hear what I just said? John Haklovich would have a better resume than Michael Jordan.
But John Havlicek is not even light work. And I think I have a highlight.
He's 8-0 in the finals. He's 8-0.
But these young cats don't want to watch black and white.
Bill Russell was in the picture.
What was the best decade of basketball?
The 2000s.
It's between the 90s and 2000s.
The 2000s. It's not the 90s. It's the 2000s.
So the 80s is not even considered.
80s was cold too.
The 80s was cold, but the 80s didn't have the depth at every position like the 2000s did.
I mean, I think you could argue between the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. It's not like, what the hell? Where's my phone? Or maybe your phone died.
Listen, look, I'll tell you like this. The 80s and the 90s were short of something that existed in the NBA after them. First of all, look up on your phone. Everybody that's got Google, look up on your phone and look up when zone defense was allowed in the NBA. Then you can get a better understanding.
You can say that about the 3-point line too.
Yes. You can say that about the 3-point line too. Look up on your phone. Michael Jordan never dealt with a zone defense. And we seen what a zone defense did to a guy like Kevin Durant, who some people consider as the easiest 30 points ever. Because he's a 7-footer that had a ball handle and that can shoot.
Hold on. The zone defense hold on, wait, let me get on the mic.
Get on the mic. Get on the mic. We ain't got no beat, but get on the mic.
So the zone wasn't around when Michael Jordan was for the Wizards?
The zone, first of all.
Did he drop 40 a couple times for the Wizards?
But did he win?
Oh.
But did he win?
So.
But did he win?
So do you think that Michael Jordan should have came out of retirement for the Wizards?
I had no problem with Jordan.
First of all, I have no problem with Jordan coming out of retirement.
he
First
was
of all, the
stacked.
first reason why he came out of retirement is already up in the air because we have
What?
how should I
You
say
talking
it,
about
man?
you talking about the 93, the 96 joint?
Well, you know with his
Talking about the
dad.
father? We gonna slide on past that, but now as far as that, now him coming back just because you love the game, look. Let's say this: Is LeBron not the greatest 38, 39-year-old you ever seen?
Yeah, but he takes the Royals.
How you know? Is this facts?
Yes.
Listen, look, Jordan at this age averaged a higher point average. But his team wasn't a winning team.
Stackhouse should have been the number one because I think they had Chris Whitney, who was underrated.
But whose fault was that?
Doug Collins. Was Doug Collins the coach?
I
Or
don't
was it
know.
somebody else?
Did Michael Jordan have more pool?
Obviously, because he came down from the office. So
Exactly.
Because
So
they
Michael
traded Rip
Jordan.
Hamilton. Do you think they should trade Rip for Stack?
Listen, look. Michael Jordan made a lot of mistakes as a general manager.
He wasn't cold for the Bobcats either. He's a bad GM.
He's a
Do you
terrible.
think he would have made a good coach?
No.
He said he
Absolutely not.
No, now he can show you the basics.
Scottie Pippen was more fit with that for that.
I think LeBron would be a good cold coach.
Yes, LeBron, Rajon Rondo, J.J. Redick, Draymond Green,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Jay Maurer. Yeah.
Chris Paul.
Really?
I think he would be
I
a good
agree.
coach.
His patience seemed
I
a little
think he
thin.
would
Yeah,
be
but
a good
I
coach.
agree. Chris Paul, he would make a good coach.
He would be a good coach.
What about assistant coach? You think he'd be a good
Who?
assistant coach?
Paul?
Yeah.
He would be an even
Well, Sam
better
Cassell
assistant
should be a
coach.
head coach at this point. So
Yes, Sam Cassell, Jerry Stackhouse, Rick
you think
no,
Stack should be a head coach
not Rick Mahoney.
in the league?
Stack. like Steven Jackson,
Stackhouse? You think he should be a head
Jerry
coach?
Stackhouse. Jerry Stackhouse should be.
Because he just got fired from Vanderbilt, I think.
I thought he was a G League coach.
No, he was at college and he just got fired recently.
Well, listen, look, I'm on the board for Jerry Stackhouse to get a head coaching job.
I'm not against it. I mean, you know,
Because what was my man's name for Houston?
Cool.
The young coach for Houston before the coach that they got right now. He was a skinny dude.
You talking about Silas?
Yes.
Silas' son?
Silas.
Mm-hmm.
He should have never been a head coach.
Why? He was an assistant for like 20 years.
But is okay, so if you a player, do you value his opinion more than the Jerry Stackhouse?
I feel like
Do you value his opinion more than the Bill Lambiers? Do you value his opinion more than the Rajon Rondos?
I'll say this. No,
Do you value his opinion?
Let me answer this because who's the head coach? Spoelstra, right?
Yeah,
Never
Eric
played league
Spoelstra.
basketball in the league.
Right.
But you're going to value his opinion because he studied the game. So Paul Silas, or what's my man's son?
But LeBron, shout out to LeBron, because he gave Eric Spoelstra his flowers. He studied the Oregon football offense. He studied the Oregon football offense because for people that don't know, Oregon's football style offense was a fast pace, line up, get in position in less than 25 seconds.
I mean, you can look at the
So-
and say that. I mean, like,
Can you? Can you?
So do you
Because
think-
Mike D'Antoni didn't accomplish the same things with Steve Nash and Amari
He
Stoudemire.
didn't have the same arsenal either.
Quentin Richardson, Joe Johnson.
Where's the defense? Name the defense, then we can talk.
So my question is this: do you think once LeBron retires, he'll try to pursue
No.
a coaching job?
No,
I think
I don't see that.
I think
Especially with his son
I don't
being
see
in
that,
the
no.
NBA.
he might not be the head coach, but he will influence a whole lot of the decisions.
I don't see. I can see him being on some behind the scenes stuff. I don't see him being an
Like
actual
how?
coach.
Like in what way?
Pulling strings behind the scenes. I don't see him because LeBron James have more influence than people think. That clutch sports thing,
Right.
that's LeBron.
I can see him being trying to be a head coach
No,
though
I don't
for
see
his
it.
son.
I can
Like
see Ray
whatever his son team is on, I can see him trying to be a head coach or an assistant coach or somewhere in the mix.
I can see him telling the coach what to do. You know what I'm saying?
That
I can see him
depends
more involved
on
in
who's
that.
the coach.
Yeah.
That
I
depends
can
on
see
who's
him
the
more
coach.
involved in that.
I mean, look,
Because look,
Bronny in a tough
LeBron,
situation. Bronny in the
He's
in the worst.
very
He in the worst
involved.
situation than Jordan's
Because
kids.
honestly, I don't feel like
I
Bronny should
agree with
even
that.
be.
Because-
First of all, I don't even feel like Bronny should even
Look,
be in the NBA draft.
he in the worst
first place.
situation than Jordan's kids. Okay?
he should go to the G League.
Worst situation
Yeah.
because
He should go to the G League.
Like Marcus Jordan and them.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
first of all, his son sucked. Let's just be clear about that. His sons sucked.
Right.
He dedicated a whole Jordan store in Disney Springs to his sons.
What's wrong with that?
They sucked.
Hey, they wouldn't. Hey,
The
look.
problem with it was they wasn't good enough to support that store to stay standing. And they sucked.
Hey, man, listen.
Listen, look, we can go through their sons.
So this is a good
Jordan's
question.
sons sucked.
This is a good question. Nepto babies.
Who?
Are they ruining the NBA?
Who's Nepto? What?
You talking about professional basketball players that
Yeah,
had
isn't it
kids?
what they call Nepto babies?
I don't
like
never
heard that
rich
term.
celebrity.
Well,
kids.
let's just
Are
say
they
this.
ruining the
Kenyon
NBA?
Martin's son is in the NBA.
His son is okay. He's not.
Gary Payton's son is in the NBA.
He
You
was
said
actually good.
now. You said he was a solid defender. Now
He's a
he was
solid
good.
defender. He's a scrappy defender, somebody that you don't
but
want
you
to deal
you
with.
said he deserved a spot on the court though.
Yes.
He deserves a spot. Okay.
Yes.
Is he starting?
No, he's not starting.
I
but he's that
He
like
was a good contributor. Though.
Gary Payton Jr. can be like a Tony Allen if he could be a Tony Allen kind of guy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Tony
Yeah,
Allen.
I can see that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Let me give you the scoop on Gary Payton's son. Gary Payton's son can come in the game and give the best offensive threat of hard time. Right. He can give him a hard time. Not that he will limit him, not that he will stop him from getting 30. Mm-hmm. But his route to getting 30 will be a whole lot harder than if he didn't have to go through him.
I mean, that you supposed to be if you all world defense. If you're a defender, that's what you.
Is that all world though?
No, but you're supposed to give people hard times if you're a defender. If that's what you hang your hat on, that's what you're supposed to do. Now let me ask you: is Kenyon Martin deserving of a roster spot? Kenyon Martin Jr.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Especially when we look at the league.
He played for the
I'm
Rockets.
not sure if he's a start, but he starts.
I like him.
But he plays for the Rockets.
I think Kenyon Martin Jr. is pretty decent.
He plays for the
KJ,
Rockets. The last time that I checked.
He's just not the size of his dad, but he played just like him. That's kind of crazy. Like, you know.
But do you feel like these NBA players' kids is kind of
they all not cold.
ruining
Like it's not
the
many.
NBA?
How many in the league though? I think it's just
But do they have to work as hard as these
No.
other people? from the street?
So, because one thing that these NBA players' kids got that these other kids don't got, they got all the resources given to them
the thing is, if they
from
utilize
birth.
them, if they utilize them,
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you handle that.
if they utilize them resources, these cats would be all world as a rookie.
And that's my issue.
that's
They
the
don't
thing. You
they
got-
don't utilize the resources.
Because back in the days, you gotta make lemonade with. You gotta make
But
stuff happen.
It goes to the point. It's not what you know, it's who you know, and that's
definitely
not
the case.
fair.
It's not fair. But
That's
I'm just
exactly
saying,
the case.
But if all the
Bronny
resources-
James being an example of that.
But I'm gonna say this about Bronny because he works hard. It's just that cardio stuff.
Bronny
That's
James has the heart that you wish Bryce James
Bronny, I'm gonna
has.
tell you this: he has the heart. You could tell he been working out. He don't look lazy. He plays. It's just that cardio thing. I don't think people understand how serious that is. He could have died.
Is he taking stuff though?
It's that heart thing.
Listen,
It's that
on
heart
the
thing.
F&S Podcast, we keep it gangster.
Listen, look. I'm gonna tell
It's
y'all
a
like this.
Look, Joe Rogan. Look, hey, he probably was. It's like you shouldn't say. You be saying you take too much caffeine, you probably have a heart attack.
I mean,
look,
is LeBron giving him stuff to get ahead?
Hey,
and
but listen,
and
look,
it had
for
an effect on his
Bronny
heart?
James'
allegedly,
case.
allegedly,
That's a whole
For
That's
Bronny James' case, I'll give him this pass. Because he had that situation with his heart, we did not see the true
I'm gonna say this:
in rhythm Bronny
do
James that we
Bronny
could
look
have
physically
seen.
ready for the league?
No.
No, he don't look in shape to you.
He's in shape, but he's in college
Let me
shape.
ask you a question: do he look significantly different than what he did last year? That's my bad. Did he look significantly different? He look.
He look the same.
Bronny, look, from what I've seen from Bronny, from what I've seen last year to now, look, I think that Bronny will be solid.
He's going to be a solid
The
role
Donovan
player.
Mitchell comparison is fair. I think that's fair. Donovan Mitchell is fair. Because what, Bronny, about 6'2", 6'3"?
Something like that.
I think that's a fair comparison. Huh? Nah. Bryce is taller than him, I think.
Yeah, Bryce is
Really?
bigger than
But I
him.
don't
Bryce
think
is
Bryce.
like 6'5",
I don't think
6'6".
Bryce don't have the motor Bronny has. Bronny
'cause-
actually wants it. You gotta. That heart situation is serious.
Because
That's
here's
a serious situation.
here's the difference between him and Bryce. Bronny has the heart to want to be as great as his dad. Whereas Bryce has, like, this is just what my family
If
does.
Bronny had
I
that
feel
height,
like he wants to do something else.
he probably do. If Bronny had that height,
No, Bryce. I feel like he wants to do
if
something
Bronny
else.
had that height, it'd be a problem. If Bronny had Bryce,
So how tall is Bryce?
Bryce, what he about 6'6" about this point?
He like 6'5". Hold up, let me look this up so I can.
And
give y'all
he's
the
what?
accurate.
He's under 18, right? He's
Bryce,
not even
what is
18
he,
yet.
Like sophomore or junior or something?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't think Jordan's kids even want to hoop, and that's nothing wrong with that. Because if you hear a lot of these like musicians and athletes, they say I don't want my kids in this profession, right?
Yeah.
So, but Bronny, I think Bronny, given the right situations, what? It was on the last show. Yes. Our dogs snore. Listen, y'all. Hey,
we have two
listen,
French bulldogs, and they
don't
snore.
say that.
I didn't hear them.
Let's keep that on the low. But our dogs snore. That's what it is. What happens?
Did you hear them?
They can't breathe.
I didn't hear them on the last.
Usually
podcast.
we ain't set up where
Did
we
you
at.
edit them out?
Huh?
You edited them out?
I can't edit them out. It's
You
impossible.
can't edit them. You can't edit them out the podcast
No.
because Harley is just Harley.
No, that's both of them.
Oh, Diesel too.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't hear
So
them.
Bryce James is supposed to be 6'5".
Right. So he ain't done growing. So he probably be about, what's LeBron, about 6'8"?
Bron about 6'8".
So Bryce would probably reach about 6'6", 6'7", maybe.
Do you think he'll be a better basketball player than Ronnie?
Nah.
Probably not. Because he doesn't want it.
You know how cold LeBron was in high
No,
school?
I said Bronny.
No.
He'll be a better player than
No,
his
because
brother.
Bronny has the unfortunate
works hard.
situation. Bronny has the heart that he wants to be as great as his dad, but he just doesn't have the physicality.
Let me ask you this. Do you think it's similar as Donovan Mitchell?
No,
No?
no,
You don't think he'd be as good as Donovan?
no, because Donovan Mitchell, depending on the matchup, Donovan Mitchell is limited to the perimeter shot.
Let me ask you, okay.
Bronny, at his size, he could add more than just the perimeter shot to his game.
So let me ask you this. Do you think Bronny can be as solid as a D Wade? Because D Wade's 6'3".
You putting superstar status on him.
But how cold was D Wade as a defender? Because you said Bryce was already cold as defense.
I'm not saying that he was cold as defense. I'm saying that Bronny is solid as a player right now.
Right. So you don't think he can get to D Wade level?
I don't think so.
Right tutelage?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't
Dang.
think so.
Word?
I don't
Listen,
think
Bronny,
so.
I got faith in you, fam.
I don't think so.
I do have faith in
sorry.
Bronny. I have faith in Bronny.
I think Bronny can reach. Bronny can probably reach. Bronny can probably reach a less athletic version of Jason Richardson.
What?
Yes.
What kind of comparison? Like, Jay Rich was 6'6".
So Jay Richardson, he had a little bit of a perimeter shot. He can finish in the lane with Duncan. And I see that with Bronny.
How much better was Vincent J. Rich?
Vince was in a different atmosphere.
Really, was he? Was he really?
I mean, let their career do the talking. Jason Richardson had the skill set that you was like, you could potentially be a number one, but you never lived up to number one expectations at all.
Right.
She's asking for the time.
No, I'm just.
That's what you're doing. That's
No,
literally what you're doing.
I'm just asking. It's been how long? About 4 hours.
No, 3 hours, 22 minutes. This is the F&S. See, this is what happened. Listen, this is when you a guest.
I thought you were doing the marriage.
That was, but they kind of cut it off and started going. They loop back.
Did we cut it off?
Oh, okay, marriage. Okay, I guess we'll go to marriage.
So traditional roles?
marriage. Okay, so as we'll start with the men because you guys
Cut
are
us
you
off
guys.
like that, like a switchblade, huh?
No. You guys are the heads of the household. So we'll start with the men.
Women will have a problem with that.
Yeah, I don't want to
So
argue.
as men, what roles do you believe work best for marital households?
Respect.
Traditional role. Does the traditional role or non-traditional role?
It's different for every couple.
Yeah, listen, we've said this before. Do what works best for y'all.
But what's your personal opinion?
This is this podcast is we do sports. We are not fresh and fit clips.
They trying to dodge.
Yo, we are not. Listen, we are not Kevin Samuels.
What is your personal opinion?
This is not fresh and fit.
That is hilarious.
What's your personal
Listen,
opinion?
man. Yo, we do what work best for us.
You can generalize that with everything, and then the show
Matt
will
don't
be
never.
like 2 weeks long.
Matt don't never get an opinion. He always give a question. So what do you think of this?
Oh wait, don't try to play me now.
I've always felt like whatever works best for your house.
Listen, I think I handle my business.
Okay.
I work hard. Do you want to say I don't?
You work very hard.
I go to work early in the morning,
Yes,
and
you
I
work
have
very
zero
hard.
time for myself, almost literally.
Yes. We work
I
very hard.
don't make
90 million.
No. If I made 90 million, listen, if I made 90
Still made me work.
Exactly.
I didn't say that. But you would have your own business or something. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. She would still have to work.
But, look,
He's
you
like,
gotta have a
my wife is not sitting at home doing nothing. You just said that.
What's wrong with
You
having your
just
dream?
said that.
Listen, did you not grow up with a dream?
Every
right then.
person doesn't have a dream.
That's-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Every person doesn't have a dream.
Look,
This is what I always say.
traditional roles.
I always say whatever works for
Listen.
any household. My parents, very traditional. My dad worked. My mom stayed at home, raised the kids. There was even times when my dad was laid off and my mom had to work and he stayed at home and he did the role of the quote unquote wife, but he had no problem with it.
I feel like the baby boomers was probably the last generation that did the traditional roles where the woman or the man worked and the woman stayed at home, cooked, cleaned, took care of the kids. After that generation, it changed.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know what gets swept under the rug when they talk about that old traditional stuff?
What?
What do you hear about a lot of the guys? They always have side families.
Well, my father did not have a
I'm not
side
talking about your
family,
father. I'm
so-
talking about most.
But what I'm
So
saying,
you're saying
what
the
no,
side-
all I'm saying is it's different for every household. My
Do what work for
family,
you.
no,
So
my
let's talk about the
family
side
was traditional. My dad
What
worked.
role does the side family play?
No, I'm just saying.
My
they
mom-
always got some
No,
type of-
Hold
what are
on.
you talking about the side families?
Hold on. My dad worked. My mom stayed at home for the most part. That's what worked for them because they were not putting us in daycare. We can't do that because things are just too expensive.
Yeah, cost of living is
Cost of
completely
living is
different
too
than
much.
it was.
I there's no way I could see my husband going to work every day struggling to pay
But if I
all
was
the
a fueler,
bills.
if I was a fueler
and
driving across state lines,
okay.
I can cover everything.
Well, I'm not gonna
But
put
that's
my
where
I'm not
marriage-
gonna put my
that's-
marriage at
Yes,
risk.
that's
Why
where
would the marriage be at
works
risk?
as a team.
Because it will
Why?
be.
Marriage
Because
is a
it will
team.
Why?
be. Because it will be.
Marriage is a team.
Because we're not because
It doesn't work.
because we
Jordan
would
and Pippen?
because
is
be-
out of
Kyrie
the
and
house
LeBron?
5 days a week.
because if you're regional or you're national, I'm not gonna see you as much. You know, there's a risk.
You
of
act like you
there's a
irritated
risk
when I'm in
of
the house.
infidelity.
Then you won't have much of a
There's
marriage.
a risk of infidelity, and
Oh, so I'm just gonna do
it doesn't. It's that's the risk. So why would we even take that risk if both of us can work?
Marriage works.
Why would we do that? Why would I put my marriage at risk if both of us can work?
It's not all
Let's
about the
scribble
money.
out this 90 million.
Why would I put my marriage at risk if I can contribute and both of us can work and we can just partner up and take care of the house together?
We delete that button on 90 million then.
We never.
Man, where is the 90 million coming from? Okay.
That comes from
We
what
said
Andrea
if you
said
made
earlier.
90 million, would you expect her to work?
90 million.
You're not making 90 million.
90 million
So-
came
Why
from
you got
under
this
the
to me like that?
understanding.
That's crazy. Like,
Well, we're
90
that was
million.
that was the professional athlete topic. We're off
Exactly.
that. We are now on traditional roles of
but what I'm
men and
saying
women.
is, if we was all that covering the bill stuff, if
We're not doing
only
that. You
if-
already know we're not doing
That's
that.
only if money
You're not
is
going
only
over
thing
the
that matters.
road. You're not going over the road because I'm more than capable of working.
but I'm saying if there's all opportunities for me to cover all the bills.
I don't give a crap.
OTR, baby.
We're not going over the
Marathon.
road. There was
That's
let me
only
tell
if
you,
money
Josh,
is the only issue.
when Matt first got into truck driving, there was a recruiter who was really trying to
I
talk
met him
him
and look.
into going over the road, and I'm like, no, I
She was
can. I
embarrassing
work.
me in the class.
I work. I can make money. He does not need to go over the road.
He was trying to
Oh, he
kick
can make
game.
6 figures. I don't give a crap what he can make. I don't care what you're
It's
saying.
not all about
It's
money.
not
She
about
I
the
tell
money.
him that I'm like,
We don't have children. There's no reason for him to go over the road and make 6 figures. We don't have a whole family to take care of. Take care of. It's just the two of us.
but
Why are we risking our marriage so he can bring?
But
in
why
some
is it a
money, extra
risk?
money? It is a
The
risk.
whole reason why he
is
gave
a
you that spill is because it worked on so many other
Marriage
people.
is about
That-
two
it didn't
people-
work, though.
Marriage is about two people building a life together. If you're out here 5 days a week, out here somewhere in other parts of the
Let's
country,
ask the question: how many of your coworkers got side chicks that work at Speedway?
But that's the way
Why are
we
you-
look at it.
Answer
Hey,
that question.
But that's
answer
the
that
way we
question.
looked at it.
Answer that question.
We talked
Didn't
about
you
this in
say that your
confidence.
didn't
Hold
you
on.
say that your
This was in
coworkers had
confidence.
side?
We
had
talked
side
about
chicks
this in-
working at the gas
Hey,
station?
Listen, look.
We ain't gonna
Any
name no names, but
employees-
we keep folks at confidence. We keep folks at
allegedly,
confidence.
allegedly.
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 Okay, allegedly, but it ain't
Hey,
allegedly.
yo, man.
But it's allegedly, but it ain't allegedly.
Don't put that
We
out
ain't
there
putting
like
no
that,
names
man.
out there. But
Any
answer the question.
employees,
Answer the question though.
Any
How many people that you
employees
work
for
with have side
Speedway,
chicks?
Listen,
any
they were
employees,
They
any
were local.
employee.
Now imagine if they were national. These are some local fools. Now imagine if they was national. You think
Any
about
employees
my
for
husband work
Speedway.
national?
but
Let me let you know right
I
now.
didn't tell you the story about the wives.
Let me let
I
you.
work.
I didn't tell you the story about the wives.
I'm sure they had some side
Who getting,
dudes too.
who getting, you know,
I work.
like,
We gonna
I'm
work
saying,
together.
like,
We work,
Any
you work
employees
local and
for
I work
Speedway, let me let you know right now. We respect your grind.
right, 100%.
We're not talking
When
about
I get my Red
Speedway
Bulls, the Twix,
particularly. We
Ruffles,
talking about
I appreciate you ringing me up.
we're talking about
You know what I'm
people
saying?
who
No
work
disrespect.
locally
Huh?
across state
But
lines.
listen, man, like I never said I wanted to go state lines. But
Listen,
guess what?
listen,
You
listen,
said,
listen.
All money
Listen,
ain't good
look.
money.
You,
And
you
that's
right.
real.
You said you was cool with me going regional.
Yeah, I'm going with you.
I didn't say you couldn't.
Either I'm going with you, or if you don't be back when you're supposed to be back, you ain't working that job no more.
But that's the crazy part, though. Trucking is crazy.
And
I
that's
got
just
off at
what
like
it
8
is.
o'clock Friday. You know what I'm saying? I
But
started
you was
working at 8
here.
But you came home though.
Yeah, you was
Right.
here.
Exactly.
Look,
Hey, listen, I count my blessings. I'm grateful to have a career.
And you should be grateful to have a wife that wants you home every night.
I didn't say
And that's willing to help
Let me
you
tell you
out
something.
financially, and that's not going to allow you to run your
Do you know
body
who Cabal
into
is?
the ground.
Do you know who Cabal is from Mortal Kombat?
No, I do not.
So
Am I
if there was a
supposed to know who
dude
that is?
that was interfering, there would be Cabal for Mortal Kombat outcomes.
Matt.
So I'm not worried about all that. You know what I'm saying? I am not worried about that whatsoever. You know what I'm saying?
Do you want to work regional? Do you want to work national or regional?
no, that's not even a question.
I didn't say that.
That's not even
I
a
didn't
question.
say that.
Okay.
But
Every
I'm just saying,
man,
if
every
you want
man.
that- if you want that chicken, I can get the chicken.
But I never
never
said
said
I
that.
wanted the chicken.
She never said
I
that.
never said that.
That's not even
I
an issue.
never said I wanted the chicken.
There's no man. Oh, time out. There's no decent man
Facts.
on the earth that has an issue with working.
Right.
For paying for what is necessary to take care of his family. Mm-hmm. There is no man, there is no decent man that exists on this earth that has an issue with working for taking care of his family. Mm-hmm. There's no such thing. You can't find an example that proves opposite because it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
It's ingrained in our head. It's ingrained in our hearts.
We get it. You're a good man.
Oh, come on. Hold on. We ain't got to cut him off like that.
Man,
you
look.
Can't cut it off like that. Let him do his speech.
You heard that she just cut that off real quick.
But wait, don't your wife hold it down?
Listen, look.
Don't your wife hold it down?
We not belittling.
I'm asking you a question. Yes or no?
We not belittling.
Yes or no, Josh? Don't your wife hold it down?
We not belittling what
You
women
work every
do.
day, Andrea?
I do.
Don't I work every day, honey?
You do.
Why are you throwing me in this?
Do I work every day? 2 jobs, right?
Of course.
All right. So
But
y'all
wait,
really
wait.
be patting yourselves on
No.
the back, right?
No, I didn't say that.
But y'all got
I
wives.
went to work today.
Thank you. Oh, but y'all
Listen.
got wives who hold
Listen,
it all
listen.
the way down.
But you ain't going over the road, though.
You ain't.
If I go over the road,
You ain't.
folks,
We already said it's not all about money.
Hey, if I went over the road, it'd be
We already
Teslas
said
in that
that.
driveway.
We already said
It
that.
ain't
It's
about
not all
that.
about money.
Guess what? A hoopty can drive just like a Tesla. It can get you from point A to point B.
Don't try to drop no mic on me.
It can get you from point A
I'm
point B,
just
brother.
saying something.
period.
See, I taught her too
And
much
it
about.
depends on the man and the woman.
I taught her too much about battling.
You ain't teach me nothing.
I did.
It can get you
Taught her
from
about
point
battling.
A to
That's
point
the problem.
B.
You know what I'm saying? She be
And
trying
that's
to get me
something
up. I
my
ain't trying.
parents taught me.
Hold up.
That's something my parents taught me. They struggled together.
Hold on.
They thrived together. They grew together. That's something they taught me.
Hold up.
And money can't replace that.
Hold up.
I ain't say that. I'm just saying
But
this.
you're saying if I went on the road, there could be Teslas in the driveway, and we can
Would
have
be.
this and we can have that.
Teslas
She don't want that.
Teslas don't create
She
happy
wants
homes,
you.
honey. Teslas don't create happy homes. Being present create happy homes.
Teslas is a computer. Okay? Teslas is a computer.
I was thinking the point. I don't want.
Can every man stand up for you when it's necessary?
Nope, and I tell her every time. You know what I'm saying? And she know that. So if that doorknob twists, guess who got to go handle it? You don't. I don't care how much money's made. If there's some cat with a ski mask twisting that doorknob, guess who got to get up out that bed and take care of that?
Absolutely.
It's me. I don't care if
And
I
I
made
don't-
$3 an hour.
I'm not a
saying?
feminist. You go
We're
ahead.
not denying that.
If I made
I ain't
$3 an
fighting for equal
hour,
rights,
I got to
my dude.
deal with that situation. You know what
I
I'm
ain't
saying?
fighting for equal
So
rights.
that ain't about the cheese.
I ain't never said I could do it.
That ain't about the money.
I'm saying you go ahead.
What
and
happened
see
to-
what's at that door.
What happened the other night when
You
I
go
seen
ahead
them
and see
clowns?
what's
Hold
at
on,
that
wait a minute.
door.
What happened the other night when I seen them cats chilling in the parking lot?
I
And
was like,
eyes
what
with
you
this
gonna
dude.
do?
I'm like, okay. Guess what?
All right.
This doorknob or window
Why
twist.
is he talking like I said something
This
about like I'm
doorknob-
equal to
Exactly.
you?
This doorknob
know.
or window.
You about to handle
Hey,
your business.
It's gonna be a funeral.
Right.
I mean, like Esmond.
We
As
not
I
denying that.
expect.
Right.
If you went in here,
And that
I'd be mad.
and there's no money with that.
Okay.
We never said it's about the money.
I never
Oh, all right,
This
said
whole
all right,
time
all right.
we've said it's not about the money.
I just heard 90 million.
You literally just said somebody Tesla in the driveway. And I said, who
But you said you want a
from
Tesla.
point A to point
You
B
said
like
you want a Tesla.
That's just
Right.
something for fun.
So
but
I'm
that's
like,
not,
I take that serious.
that
So I'm like, shoot, if my wife want a Tesla,
man.
I'm gonna try to
that
get my
ain't
wife a
even
Tesla.
nothing like
You know what I'm
on
saying?
real
Like,
type.
you know what I mean? If my wife want a Tesla, I want to get my wife a Tesla, right? That's what it register in my brain. You know what I'm saying? Right? Am I tripping, Josh?
That ain't
The way a
even-
man works. The way a man mind works. We always want to make sure our wife is happy.
Right.
And we willing to go there to make sure our wife is happy. As long as it don't cross the boundaries.
I don't know.
What boundaries?
This is marriage talk. See, this is the F&S Podcast. When you a guest?
No, we can talk about marriage talk.
When you a guest?
Oh, we're guests?
No, finish the sentence. When we're a guest.
Go ahead.
These are the things that happen.
Go ahead.
Because we are like a...
First of all, y'all trying to paint us as feminists.
You know how
I ain't
Grand Theft
never said
Auto
I
works?
was a feminist.
You know,
First of all, I'm waiting for you to tell me I ain't got to work.
So,
I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting to be a housewife.
guess what happened?
Waiting to be a housewife.
Hey,
I'm
hey.
waiting
for you.
I'm
Okay?
waiting to be
So
a
I get-
housewife.
but-
First of all, you ain't got to tell me but
So,
one time.
over the road then.
No.
Well, then you want to be a housewife.
That's not the only option. Let's say you
was the
get
90
your
million
90
option.
million.
Do I got to
That was
tell
the
you?
90 million
Let's say you
option.
invent the game.
My basketball
Hold on.
career ended like...
Okay,
10
let's
years
say F&S pop off,
ago.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all get 90 million. You think me and Andre ain't about to be quitting our jobs?
Right.
I quit my job.
I'm still working. Sorry.
I'm not working full time.
No, I'm not working full time.
I ain't working full time.
I'm still doing something.
I'm not working full time. I work part time.
F&S.
I'm working
trying to get
part
this
time. I'm not working full time anymore. I'm not a feminist. I clean up, make sure everything clean,
But
make
when
sure
have I ever
dinner's
said
on
I
the
want you to do
table.
that?
I don't mind that.
When have I said I want you to do that?
Okay. So you don't. So you pay somebody to do it?
I'm gonna pay somebody to do it while I work part time.
Listen, let me tell you something.
And I'll be the mediator for the podcast.
This is a clean show.
Okay.
That I'm gonna just say that.
Okay.
This is a clean
So
show.
my mind is going to something else, but I'm not going to bring that up.
This is a clean show.
Since you said it's a clean show, I'm not going to bring it up.
Word up. What? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's not play these games on the F&S
You
podcast.
want it anytime you request it.
Word up.
You going to get it.
Word up.
That's what he means.
Facts.
Okay. But I don't want to work full time.
Who said? Let me ask you a question. When have I ever
I want
said?
to work 3 days a week.
Whoever said that you had to work any days?
I want and I want Mondays and Fridays off.
But you saying that if you making 90 million, oh, what dream you got? What business you about to start? What business am I about to finance?
Let me tell you this why. Because, I supported you my whole life. Yo. I couldn't do my thing.
Did I not?
So
We've been together since I was 19 and
what
you
are
was
you
20.
talking about?
Is that not a long time?
That is a long time.
Is that
I'm
not a long
willing
time
to
for
sell
you?
my soul.
She was with you from the
Hold
beginning.
on. But listen, she knows.
From day one.
Hold on.
From day one.
Can we talk about this? Can we talk about the real deal?
How old?
Wait a
weren't
minute.
you with your
Let's
husband
not
from day
mention-
one?
18.
Can we chill?
Oh, long
Can
time,
we chill
right?
with the age?
It's a long time.
Can we chill with the
Weren't
ages?
we holding y'all, you know what I'm saying, down for day one?
What is your point?
Listen, I'm not with the funny business. Hence the why I drive a truck. So I could have a lot of money as far as making music. But I'm not with the bending over the sink talk.
What are you talking about?
A lot of funny business in the music industry. And I'm not willing to doing that. She know that. So while she's sitting there talking crazy, she know what it is already. She knows what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's fine. But I never said you had to work.
Are you okay? Well, are you okay with the traditional household?
I have no smoke with that.
Because it seems like you
But-
more of a modern type person
You
than I am.
what business you about to have? What you gonna do? She's not about to sit at home doing nothing.
She said, let me tell
So
you how.
what are you
let me tell
expecting
you
her
how
to
much of a
do?
listener I am. Let me tell you
Okay,
how much of a
go
listener
ahead.
I am. Let me cross my legs on some JJ right.
Go
Oh my
ahead.
She said she wanna be out in the field
Okay.
talking to the people. All right, that's the dream. You want to go out there and talk to preach the Bible? I ain't gonna say preach, but talk to the Bible. Talk the Bible. All right, cool, no problem. I never said I was against that. So you get me twisted.
No, you said you about to have your own business and stuff. What dreams?
But I
do
mean,
you have?
that's a dream of yours.
Okay.
Because most people, I want to do this. I want to do nails. I want to have my own hair shop. I want to have this, that. Okay, cool. Let's finance that. Then. If that's what you want to do, because I don't want you feeling like you just support my dream and I ain't supporting yours. See,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
got it.
You see what I'm saying, people? See, I ain't with all the slavery, P. Diddy, R. Kelly talk.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not with all that. I'm with letting people do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
But she's not about to be sitting at home doing nothing.
I mean, if we ain't got no kids, because I've told her already, if I had kids, my kids gonna be all world in my house. Because
that's another conversation.
Guess who gotta pay for everything? In my house, if you ain't slow or retarded.
Oh, don't say that.
If you ain't disabled, you gonna be all world in my house. That's what it is.
You can't force your kids.
Oh no, in my house until you 18. Now when you 18 to get out of my house.
What if they don't have that talent?
No, you gonna have it.
You can't guarantee.
Because you're gonna have a house in the garage. We have no choice but to have the talent.
You can't guarantee your kids have that talent.
You ain't gotta be as cold, but
Honey,
you gonna have something.
We will never have kids,
I know that.
So that's just
because
What
the
if you
scissor
have
happened.
what if you have a son?
And that's even worse.
5'5".
That's even worse.
5'5" is the tallest
Isaiah
he's gonna
Thomas
get.
was official.
Okay, how tall was Isaiah?
About
Thomas?
5'6", 5'9", something like that.
Okay.
Muggsy Bogues is 5'3".
Okay.
You can box too. Floyd Mayweather, what?
But you could have a kid that is not sports
Now
inclined at all.
if he technically
what if he
inclined,
was into gaming and not sports?
oh, that's a lovely. You already know I love tech.
What if he
But you're not gonna be out of shape in my house either.
What if he was into
You're not gonna be
IT?
out of shape in my house. You're not gonna be fat. You gonna have.
What if
this
he
gonna
was
be,
into reading? He was into art.
But you gonna be in shape in my house. If I gotta pay for everything in my house, you gonna hit the treadmill. You gonna be doing curls, push-ups, sit-ups.
It's gonna be boot
not-
camp.
Huh?
It's gonna be boot
In
camp.
my house, absolutely. Ain't nothing nobody can do about it.
So-
She can't do nothing.
So
My mom.
you're okay with a traditional household, with you being the breadwinner, and I'm being support to you working part time.
As long as you ain't trying to tell me what to do, yeah, fine.
When have I ever tried to tell you what to do? Except for with your health.
What's wrong with my health?
And you not going to play basketball, injuring yourself, trying to play crazy.
Don't listen to her.
When have
But
I
what
ever?
I'm saying-
Now that I will do, because you go out and you play basketball, and you'll act like you don't feel pain, and then you'll come
That's
home.
like 18 out here.
Yeah.
Don't call
And you're
my
not
age on the
18,
national
and you're
airwaves.
not
I didn't call
18
your age
any-
out, but you're
Right.
not 18.
And you and your friend, y'all not 18 anymore, and y'all playing, and y'all be coming back injured, limping and stuff. And yes, and then I'm
They
mad.
got a whole job to go to the next day.
When's the last
Right.
time you see me limp?
No, I mean, you haven't. You've been cautious.
Did
He's
I
been
not-
cautious.
Hold on, wait a minute. Have I not bought dumbbells up here to keep my stuff right? So I got
Right.
30 pounds,
But
40 pounds.
you be always saying, I
got-
have to show these young cats, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta
They-
show 'em.
you know,
I gotta show 'em.
They act like,
Do you have to really?
Yes,
You don't have to.
it's absolutely
and
necessary.
then your back be hurting the next day, and then,
Don't let you come back with a torn Achilles and then you
F&S.
can't work.
and then you be like, oh, I ain't gonna be able to play for a couple weeks because,
Out here collecting disability.
Listen,
We're not playing those games.
have I had to collect?
Am I
this
lying?
bullshit? Have I had to collect that?
You literally said, ain't no way I could have married a young girl because she ain't gonna be able to tell the signs of a stroke.
Listen, bad.
But that's facts though.
Right,
Who want to be with a kid who don't know what's going on?
right.
You talk about my hand swelling and stuff.
I can tell any medical problem that you may possibly have going on because I know you.
You got experience.
Just like you know your husband. If Josh is dehydrated, you could be like, yeah, I could tell. You could tell when your husband dehydrated or when he probably didn't eat enough at work or he, anything. You could tell. Or he didn't overexerted himself.
Look, man, I'm not disagreeing with you.
All right. Well, I think we're all in agreement that roles in the household depends on each and every household, and it's different for each and every household, which is why there should not be a standard, which is why these podcasts that exist online is null and void. Because every household is different, and there should not be a standard for, everybody's marriage. everyone's different. What works for one may not work for the other.
And people like to look down on the stay-at-home dad.
I've never.
I said people. I didn't say you. I said people like to look down on the stay-at-home dad.
You know how many albums I have if I was stay-at-home dad?
I'm just saying, salute to y'all.
So you would be okay if Josh was a stay-at-home dad?
No, absolutely not.
Right.
But that's what works for other people's household. Great for them.
Why wouldn't you be okay?
I guess I'm traditional. You're the man. I'm not about to be out here working full time while you sitting here being at home playing video games and doing whatever.
What if he got laid off and he had to stay at home with the kids for a while?
He would be actively looking for a job.
Because my dad was a stay-at-home dad for a little bit while my mom worked.
That would drive me insane.
Because he got laid off. And
yes, and a good man. Yeah. They want to work.
You know.
Yeah, he wasn't a stay-at-home dad for a long time, but I do remember him while my mom drove the bus for Detroit Public Schools. My dad would stay at home. He made sure my sister and I, he did our hair. He packed, made sure we had our lunches, and we got on the bus, and he did all that for a little while until he was able to find work.
Yeah, but that wasn't his preference, I'm sure. I mean,
I'm
sure
no.
He loved it.
Goodness,
he
no.
was there with
No.
you guys, but he wanted to work.
My kids would hate me if I was there.
No, once he got back to work, then things kind of went back to normal.
My
and
kids
my
would
mom
hate me.
went back to being a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
As soon as they got home from school, all right, I got them weights.
Yeah. My kids would hate me. If I'm staying home, they'll hope I go to work. Straight up.
Especially when we got older, we loved the fact that my dad was at work
Yeah.
because he was a tyrant.
Guess what? You're not going to sleep until you hit 20 free throws in a row.
He was very involved. It was like you would think that my dad, when he came home from work, he would just go to bed or leave us alone. Nope, he was looking. Where y'all at?
Yeah.
Y'all coming with me?
Yeah,
it was like,
facts.
oh my goodness.
Facts.
It was
What's
like,
wrong with that?
Leave us alone.
So it's a crime.
Nothing's
It's
wrong.
a crime.
Say anything was
It's
wrong.
a crime to be in
with
your
that.
kid's life.
He was so
We
in
never
our
said
business. He was
Look, man.
so in our business.
My kids.
But we loved it. I mean,
all that nutrient crap.
We was always with them.
It's all that nutrient. I'm teaching you for the world.
Yeah.
So soon as you get out of school.
And that's another thing. Fathers need to know, your work doesn't end at work. When you come home, you still gotta be a parent.
I'll be on my kids like white on rice.
Family.
Yeah, my dad.
I will be on-
He
that's
was on
why-
our
But
head.
there's a time when it can be. It's a little excessive.
No, it's not. No,
Yes,
it's
it is.
never excessive.
It is.
It's never excessive.
It is.
Because the world is never excessive.
My dad was on our head. He come home from work. He
The
looking
world.
for us, and y'all coming to the store with me. Y'all
Yep,
doing this.
yep.
Y'all doing that.
The
we
world
doing,
is
I'm
never
like,
excessive.
"Man, leave us
I'm on my
be
kids like
alone."
Draymond Green. One on straight up.
He had no
I'm like Ryan
problem.
Artest with the defense.
It's like he caught his second
Listen.
win when he came home. I tell you, it's like my dad
Have you
caught his
noticed-
second win. Where
Let me
y'all
tell you
at?
something.
It's like, this is my second shift.
Let me tell you
Yes,
something.
it
Have you
really
noticed?
was. It was like that.
When the kids, when they successful, I appreciate my dad instilling that in me. I didn't like it when I was young, but my dad, he showed
Yeah,
me.
but there's limits to that.
Hey, ain't no limit. I'm on your dome piece.
He really was.
I'm on your dome piece because guess what? The world ain't gonna care about you like me. So guess what? I don't want to do this. Yes, you is, or you ain't going to sleep. You want to go to sleep? All right then. So guess what? You hit this bench press. You hitting these 10 free throws before you going to sleep. That's what's gonna happen. I don't care what Wishes say. I don't care nobody. No one's gonna be able to stop me.
And that's why we don't got no kids.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
got- we got
My
dogs.
kid is gonna be all world. I don't care if you 5'2", 6'3".
But all
You gonna
kids
be all world.
are not going to be sports inclined. They're not.
Guess what? Let me tell you.
You
something.
could have a kid
You know
that
how-
wants to be
you know how-
reading
I know
rather
this ain't-
than
I know
in the
this ain't
court
right. I
or
know
on
this
the
ain't right.
field.
I know this not right. You know how TV program do you? In the crib, that's what you do. You get them a plush basketball. Look here, you take this. See that? Squeeze that. You like that, don't you?
You talking about the toddler?
Yes. They ain't have no choice. I'm all on your dome. That's gonna be my whole mission. You know what I'm saying? Soon as you
I feel like you can push kids how you
don't
want
let
to
them say you want to rap.
Oh goodness.
Oh man.
We don't have children.
Don't let them say you want to rap.
It's just us and the dogs.
Hey, don't let them say you want to spit no
No
flow.
one has children here. We're just hypothetically talking.
Don't let them say you want to rap. If you say you want to rap, it's over. I ain't never sleeping.
We are all aunties and uncles.
They're going to drag cats out the studio. Look, don't say you want to rap.
Well, I think we had a good show.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
we ain't
he's
gonna put that out
involved.
there.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
So I think it was a good show, you
F&S
guys.
Podcast.
Thanks for
make sure
having us on.
Like, subscribe, share the content.
Thanks for
This
inviting
is
the
about
wives
almost
on. We
4 hours.
appreciate it.
You know the show's about 4 hours, which means y'all
Yeah.
made me have to edit this.
We may have to edit this. But we appreciate you inviting the wives on. Hopefully,
Yep.
we'll be invited on more
No
shows.
more arguments.
It wasn't an argument.
It was an argument.
No
I think it was
a
great
discussion.
great debates.
It didn't sound like
discussion. Ain't nobody going home mad.
No.
Good.
It was good debates. I think it was good.
Nobody's going home mad, Josh.
Let him be. No, it was a good podcast.
Make sure you like, subscribe,
Comment.
hit the Bandcamp, get the music, because a lot of people
Yes.
got 40 mixtapes.
That's right.
And I'm not signed because I'm going to sell myself.
Okay, man. This is
So, all right. Have a, thank you, F&S Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe. We out.
F&S, the attention is to be the best. Not just sports, every box we check. Whatever topic we address. No such thing as putting us to the test. We not compromised. Guess you could say we selfish in that sense. What's your top 10? We break it down a list. Not moved by analytics. We judging off live production. Handle your business, we talk about it. Stick up the bill, then we talk about it. Not just star focus. Attention goes to the whole roster. Show you how to conduct a show proper. No props, all dialogue. Fact droppers. This the right show you chose? Keep you in the know and never move the goalpost.
We gonna cover off the court, off the field.
we covering everything.
We'll talk about players that got themselves in some situations.
F&S